Allegedly, it's just the word allegedly. It's what I heard allegedly. It's on the street allegedly. I sing to the beat allegedly. Allegedly, allegedly, it's what I heard allegedly. It's just the word allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue allegedly. It won't help you allegedly. 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 Bitch, one of you was flat. Allegedly, it's just the word allegedly. It's what I heard allegedly. It's on the street allegedly. I sing to the beat allegedly. Allegedly, allegedly, it's what I heard allegedly. It's just the word allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue allegedly. It won't help you allegedly. 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 Bitch, one of you was flat. Well. Ever think you see somebody in your house and because I'm always recording and I know it's like a split second behind, I'm like, what? Oh, there's nobody there. But welcome to Ask Alex. Because a lot of people need to ask me. A lot of people need to ask me before. Oh, we got, all right. All right, we got some people. Let me put the chat. Let me drop the link in. Come on in, ask your questions. Somebody asked in the chat, am I in a relationship? No, I do not have anybody that is splitting bill to first in this joker. Bill to first in this joker. So no, I am not in a relationship. Well, I'm in a relationship with Bronx, and it's going quite well. We're hitting our year anniversary. Okay, I'm using the computer camera. But me and Bronx hit our year anniversary September 1st. That's the only relationship that I'm in. Carlos better not steal that song. Well, actually, he really better not, because I own it. I own it in copyright and all. So if I hear one note, that's your butt. That's your butt. Come on, shimmy on in the room. Shimmy on in the room. I want to get a good little group going. Is that imaginary man you try to act like? There ain't no imaginary man. Bronx is the only, like, I don't know, where is the man? There's Bronx. Ooh. Girl almost knocked my dang, I almost knocked something over that would have spilled water, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. How tall am I? I'm 6'3". What games do I play on my Switch? Mario Kart 8. I like the graphics on that. And like all the classic Nintendo games from GoldenEye to Banjo-Tooie, Donkey Kong, Super Mario 3, like the classics. I was in the Army for 4 years, from 2000 to 2004. We all know what happened in 2001. So I was a part of a very active and live military. Stories for another time. What anti-theft tactics am I going to employ against Carlos's thieving ways? Well, I worked with my producer who did the music for the allegedly theme song. So you know how there's Rodgers and Hammerstein, music by Rodgers, lyrics by Hammerstein. I'm Hammerstein. The music, well, actually, I'm Rogers, clearly. The music was by Hammerstein, a very nice man who I will introduce you to at our next studio session. And but when I bought I purchased the rights to the music from him. I own that in its entirety, so no one can use it. And if you do, I can sue the living shit out of you. The living shit. Carlos, take notice. I think I hear one flip of a lick of that note, and me and my producer will sue the living shit out of you. Truth is, shit is all you're worth. All you're worth. Do I plan to remain in San Francisco? No. Let's see. Brock said he ain't got a stepfather. Does he need one? No, I almost knocked something over that rhymes with wrong. That's what I almost knocked over. Did I ever live in the Bronx? Of course I lived in the Bronx. I lived in the Bronx with my father for many years. What happened to the house with the pool? I sold it. What level am I on Best Fiends? Hold on, I'm going to tell you. I'm on level 9,570. 9,570. Let's see. Will me and Chris link up again in person? Of course. Chris is a dear friend. Can you play Mario Kart on this channel? I don't know how to. Alex, let me borrow 5 inches. You know, I was about to run with that one. You know what? I was about to get real cute.
I was about to say off of what?
I was about to get real cute.
5 inches. I was about to get real
cute and say from where I have enough to spare. But I'm not going to say that's not something. What is my ideal career? What I'm doing now, just with an extra $30,000.
If you were going to go on a girls' trip, which housewives would you go with, and where would you go to?
No. I mean, like, if I'm gonna go on a trip, I want it to be with people that I like.
But if you got paid their salary.
All right. Okay, so I'm working. Working.
You don't have to do it for fun.
For a week, I would go with Kyle. Oh yeah. Oh, I'd go with Kyle. Kyle and Teddy. I want those two. Ooh, is it late enough in the video to say it? It's 9 minutes in. I want those two front and center. Front and center. I want to have a conversation with them. So yes, Kyle and quiet as it's kept. I think once they like calm down for 2 seconds, they'd be like, "Oh, okay, you actually did kind of give us a moment and another season."
Mm-hmm.
Karen, I feel like I'd actually enjoy my time with Karen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cynthia?
Yeah, because Cynthia's friends with Justin Ross, and
okay.
I'm cool with Justin Ross, so I would like Cynthia. Emily from OC. She was really nice at BravoCon. Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be, and Heather, just to be around that kind of money. Mm-hmm. Just like Heather, I know, like I would want to go with Heather just because she would get a better boat. She would
Yes.
tell Bravo, I'm sorry. Look, I don't sail ship peasant. This is a ship. I need a yacht.
I also want Terry Dubrow's plastic surgery connections because I don't necessarily want him to do it, but he knows the cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop. Ooh, I would get this. This jawline would be so motherfucking sharp.
Listen.
Oh, I'm right here. Right here. Yeah. Dr.
Yeah,
Tiffany
Heather's
Moon.
a good one. Heather's
Dr.
a good
Tiffany
one.
Moon.
What?
I would say I'm liking Katie this season from OC. I'm kind of going from west to east. You know who else from Jersey? I want to say Melissa. Melissa and Jen Fessler.
I think I'd pick Black Dolores first.
Oh God. I want to learn how to get a man, and Black Dolores.
Oh well, no.
That.
Sure
Black
can't.
Dolores can't teach me shit.
She could teach you how to get a red boiled potato.
I know how to do lobster.
Oh, you do. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I know I found a trademark copyright lawyer. Oh, you love this nail color. I've had this nail color before. Epiphany, one of the Biffas sent this to me. She's been very kind to me since I moved out here, has like really looked out for me and sent me this color as a housewarming gift. So you've seen this for the past year. I just pull it out when I need to feel special. Let's see. Alex gonna be on his Marvin Gaye estate for that money. No, because I will never get my money from an estate. I will get my money before that person dies. I will have a living trust. I ain't trusting relatives after they go. Let's see. Will I ever forgive Janet Jackson? I have forgiven Janet Jackson. Do you know how much money I've made off that story? I have a whole new game show called Guess That Lip Sync, which will be weekly. Guess That Lip Sync will be weekly. So I have forgiven Janet because that story is like part of the channel. I make good money off of it. It's a running gag. I will laugh at that until I'm 90.
What about the time she cursed your video of silence?
It was funny.
Yeah, I know.
Am I interested in Twitch gameplay streaming? I am, but I need to find out how to monetize it because most of y'all don't play games. So I have to cater to the audience that I have as well as trying to get a new one.
Alex, ask Manny Rants. I play Mario Party all day, every day.
I can't play Mario Party.
Oh.
Nope.
It is too much.
Yes, it is.
That's when I knew I was old.
You want to know what's old?
What
My favorite. I say you want to know something that's old. My favorite Super Mario Brothers game really is Dr. Mario.
Oh wow! Isn't that Tetris basically?
Yes.
Yes.
It is. It's like, well, a lot of people have like Tetris-based games, and like Best Fiends is like something of a Tetris-based game. But that means she likes more of a puzzle game than a level game, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, Chris should have popped in and said, Kyle, what about the cast of Girls Cruise? I don't know what that is. Let's see. Don't let Karen drive. The Grand Dam. Alex Sutton's going to buy me a bag. I'm sorry, Sutton ain't buying me a bag. If I'm getting something out of Sutton, now here's the thing. Sutton kind of cheap. Because I saw those expensive earrings that she bought on the show, and they were only $68,000, and I was incredibly disappointed.
She said, "You will not see me in a lower tax bracket."
No, that was a lower tax bracket, $68,000. I know people with wedding rings that are more than $68,000. I mean, granted, you don't get a wedding ring every day, but Sutton, you're getting $300,000 a month, and like you said, we don't even know about your assets. So you're getting $300,000 a month. I'm expecting to see you spend $1 million or so on jewelry. So if Sutton buys me something, I want a diamond over $50,000. Like I wouldn't, or sapphires.
Oh yes, I love good.
Like that's what I would accept from her. Something from Cartier, a panther ring. Like I want something irritating and ostentatious, something that I can pawn and put as a down payment for my house. That's what that's the only thing I would accept from a woman like Sutton.
You want a good clarity on the stone.
I want a good resale value.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, Aaron. I felt that. I felt that in my soul too.
Yes. Well, listen. You said Cartier, Van Cleef and Arpels, Tiffany. Make sure that it has a legitimate resale value.
Or the real estate. I would let her buy me a condo.
Yes.
That's what I would want for my birthday. Get me a condo or a couple of apartments in a random city like St. Louis or Charlotte.
Would you ever want like a ranch or like land with like water or mineral rights? Because Rue has that. RuPaul.
Oh, the fracking.
He's got the fracking.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now, mineral rights are very tasty. Mineral rights are very tasty.
I mean,
but that also means working with a lot of untrustworthy white people.
Yeah, they might put something in your drink one day, just like
no, please. I wouldn't even be in the same state as them. I watch Yellowstone. I know how these people operate. But you have to look at the legalese of that contract. Where if I had something like that, it would be either I'd spend a fortune on lawyers so that I would lease those rights to you. Or I would just sell it lock, stock, and barrel with like maintaining 15% residuals, basically.
Right. Yeah.
I want something that doesn't exploit the earth.
Honey, we're humans. We exploit the earth. That's kind of our thing. But we also return to it.
We do. Yeah.
So, I know
fracking.
one day I'll be fungus and a tree.
Yeah.
So
it's
I'm
grandkids and great grandkids.
Because one day we will return to minerals.
Yes.
One day we are carbon-based beings. One day we will turn into diamonds, tanzanite, whatever you want to call it.
And speaking of fungus, I mean, Trump's already halfway there.
Girl.
That's a walking fungus.
Am I going to do any reviews on Wayne Brady's reality show?
Oh, yeah, let's take a sharp turn left away from things that make us sad. Well, wait.
Well, we're just asking, Rand. This is an ask Alex.
But, no, I meant the Trump thing, but I was Wayne Brady.
Yes, let's turn away from
Wayne
that.
Brady.
That sucked the air out of the room a bit, Leo. No.
Sorry to Wayne Brady. That's not what I meant.
But Wayne Brady, no. Would I sleep with Wayne Brady? Yes. He seems like he would take care of me.
Okay.
Like, he seems like he would be a good boyfriend. I think the dick is big. I think he would be good in bed. I think he would also be funny. I would happily date Wayne Brady, but I ain't gonna watch his show because I ain't getting none.
I don't think he has a personality beyond.
What?
I mean, I haven't heard him speak, so I don't really.
Wait.
Oh, okay. You don't know Wayne, baby. You don't know Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady is hilarious.
Whose line is it anyway?
Anyway, he is a Broadway caliber singer and actor. Like Wayne Brady got it going on.
Then I apologize. Then my ignorance.
You didn't see his skit on Dave on the Chappelle Show?
Oh wait, him? Oh, I think I know who you're talking about now.
Okay, all right.
Wayne got names.
Because I was gonna say, like, how can you like Wayne? How can you dislike Wayne Brady and like me? Because all I am is a lighter skinned version of Wayne Brady that's more off key. Well, I'm off key. He's on key. Let me differentiate.
Oh my goodness! I just looked him up. Oh, I know who Wayne Brady is. My bad.
We've just dissed Wayne Brady all over the place tonight on accident. Sorry to Wayne Brady.
No, he was hilarious on the Dave Chappelle. One of my favorite people on it.
I have not watched that show either. Is it on yet? I don't even know.
It's on. They on like episode 3. It just ain't good.
Okay.
And that's why I'm not watching. Like, Wayne, I like you, but you do like as the Carlos King is the king of reality TV, so that's a kingdom.
But he's the thief of reality TV.
So I can say as a reality TV aficionado, I can say I know who can give good conflict reality and who can't. Wayne Brady would be great at doing a behind the scenes of Whose Line Is It Anyway, or making a show. He would be great at doing a show within a show and showing how it works and the rehearsals and getting things right. He would be great at that because he is an actor's actor. He is technically trained.
Yes.
But like showing your family, like, girl, don't nobody want to see that. Nobody cares that, now you didn't have to change your life, baby. Nobody cares.
Wayne Brady.
And men can have change of life babies too. Men's sperm goes bad. It goes bad.
Yeah, they start having babies that look
from creme fraiche to tapioca.
Oh no! Oh,
Semolina.
Alex, no.
I took it there with the first class ticket.
you did.
You did.
No. Oh.
Wayne Brady to
That's
me.
going in the stand-up act.
Yeah, take note.
But Wayne Brady to me, he sounds like someone that if they ever were to replace Andy Cohen, he'll be the one to replace it with.
I could actually see. Liam, that was very astute. I could see if Bravo did replace Andy Cohen, it would either be with a black man or with a woman of color. I think the fact that you have these housewife shows where it's all these women and you have this man kind of pulling their strings, it's interesting where it's like, is that going to fly in this new world?
Yeah, Andy's like very legacy media now, where it's like he's already here, so it's like we might as well let him stay. But like, that makes
it's not let him stay. He built Bravo.
That's true.
Built that network. He I gotta give credit where credit is due. That gay white man said, "You ain't gonna tell me no, because I'm gonna build my own motherfucking network where I get to have my late night show, and every year I will sign off on my own renewal,
even if I can't look you straight in both eyes."
And can't be mad at it.
But also with the Housewives franchise, there is so much animosity towards Andy anyway, from all the lawsuits and the apparent treatment on set and all that sort of thing. So the replacement seems plausible, but also, and I apologize if this comes out the wrong way, but with the majority of the shows having largely POC casts, maybe it'd be more astute to have someone like Wayne Brady being the host of the reunions and what happens live situation.
Now, what I will say is, here's the stick in the craw, shall we say. Now, one thing I do like about Andy hosting the reunions is he is the boss, and there is a level of respect that they must give him, unless you're Monique, where you like that little check, unless you really got the money. But then if you really have the money, you usually are there for the fame. So he still has control. Because he has that control, the women are actually called on the carpet and forced to answer for their actions in a way where it's like, when you have, like, for example, Basketball Wives or Love and Hip Hop, where you have like a random host, like when Mona Scott Young was the host and the check signer, you gonna act right. You're not gonna jump bad. You're not gonna act a fool with me. You're gonna do what you're paid to do because the boss is here.
Yeah, even Chrissy.
When you have, like a John Sally or a Mark Lamont Williams, them women don't give a shit about you, and you don't have a vested interest. So you're like, I'm not going to take it there. I'm not going to go there. Because the thing is, because Andy has a vested interest in the show, there are things that he can say that won't be deemed as disrespectful, because it's like, look, this is your show. You're the host of the reunion. You're just trying to get to the meat, rather than if someone who wasn't a part of the network asked it, it could be looked at, you're attacking women. You're being mean to women. And it's like, look, these women signed up for the show. They've done these things on camera. We're just trying to suss it out, and some hard questions will have to be asked.
That is true. Like, I think the one thing that goes against Andy is the times where the women, and it tended to be in Atlanta for some reason, that they might say something slightly homophobic or very directly, and they will be Andy will try to get into them, but even then it will be like, but you're on
let it go, because he knew the optics of the situation. He let it go.
Yeah, but like he tried to, but then it.
And I will also say, as someone who watches the white shows and the black shows, I have seen Andy tear into them white women way worse than he has done to the black women.
He literally almost routed
that they have exposed about the white women on the white shows, but y'all don't watch the white shows, so you don't care. And I understand that. But the reason that I can still watch Bravo is because I'm like, they don't treat the black women, quote unquote, favorably, but there is a level of understanding where it's like, there are things we're not going to do with the black women because we know that that's not going to fly, but they pull it with the white women all day, every day.
Yeah. Plus, Andy knows all these women. He has been along for the ride. When he asks them questions, when he holds them to the carpet, you know, like, because he actually knows them and has that working relationship with them where, like Alex said, he is in a somewhat authoritative position. They know that they have to give him honest answers, a good show, all of that. And, you know, I mean, I think it seems to me like most of the sentiment is there are some lawsuits against the network, but most of them, I mean, no one cares about Leah McSweeney. Nobody. Okay.
Nobody, baby. Nobody.
You didn't tell a lie.
Okay, nobody. And not even a pink toe thinks that lawsuit is worth it. I feel bad for Brandy because she's in a really pathetic, sad situation. And she did give us some good TV. I don't necessarily think it's Bravo's fault. I do have compassion for the fact that she's not in good shape and now is having some health issues. Like, it's really, I'm sad that she's in such a down and out situation and that girls trip is now not happening.
I'm sad that girls trip isn't happening, but I'm going to be honest. Brand, like, one, I can't, like, the level of sorry I can feel for a white woman that has continuously fumbled the bag is very low.
Yeah,
it's very low. I'm sorry, she is 50 something plus.
Wait, really?
Brandy Glanville? Gotta be.
Yeah, I think she's the same as just Kenny Moore.
Hold on, let's just Google her.
Yes, please.
Yeah, right.
I thought she was early 40s.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
But she looks 60.
No,
I'm early 40s. She is 51.
There we
she
go.
is 50. Do I get on here and lie?
No,
Have I ever, in the 12 years that I've been doing this shit, have I ever gotten on here and just lied for the sake of lying?
No.
Now, if I'm making up a story, I'll let you know, hey, this is some fiction I'm coming up with to be funny, but I don't get on here and lie. The bitch is 51. At 51, at 41, and I'm 10 years younger than her. I know not to put my hands on pussies that don't want me in there. It's real easy to not put your hand on a pussy that don't want you. And the pussy does want you, I trust and believe. They will invite you and give you directions on where to touch, how to touch, and when to touch.
Yeah, I know. That part was an excuse. I mean, like, just stupid.
And this is a recurring thing for her. She does not know how to not put her hands on someone that doesn't want that. She doesn't know.
You can't put your hands on people.
Yeah.
But I will also say with Brandy, Brandy's real problem was she wasn't able to let the fact go that Eddie Cibrian left her for Leanne Rimes. That really started all her shit. She's never been able to let that go. And that this, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this as an example. This is when you let hatred eat you up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Even if your husband leaves you for a lizard.
I mean, why did she just go to Jennifer Aniston and get some advice from her?
Because I'm sorry. All right, like, now, Liam, you know I love you like I love my luggage. But Jennifer Aniston, a successful actress, a self-made, and I can say, like, she came from money, but she made a lot of her money herself. She's a shrewd businesswoman. I'm not upset with her. She ain't done nothing to me. She ain't never said nothing out of the way about Black people. She just made her money. Shrewd businesswoman. She made her money herself. Herself. Let's say it together. Herself. Brandy married Eddie Cibrian, had 2 children, and expected him to take care of her for the rest of her life. Jennifer Aniston married Brad Pitt and didn't need his ass when Angelina took his ass. And now Angelina don't want him no more. So pass him on to me. Pass him on.
He does not smell like he looks like he doesn't smell well. So I don't think I could deal with it.
When it came to the
throw his happy ass in the shower so fast. That's the thing. You gotta trick these honkies. You gotta trick them into washing. That's why they fuck in the shower. That's why you fuck them in the shower. So you can wash them and then enjoy. You gotta wash them first and then enjoy. It's like a chitterling. You gotta, like, you buy a bucket of chitterling. You gotta clean them when you get home. You gotta clean them chitterlings. I have peppermint soap, vinegar enemas. I got it all. You gotta clean their asses. You gotta clean them.
Well, I don't know what those things are.
It's like fishing. You gotta clean and gut that fish when you get it home. Welcome to Ask Alex.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to Ask Alex.
Shoot. What was this?
Another show that I've been watching that I like is The Surreal Life. Alex, have you any interest to cover that?
When you told me Kim Zolciak slept with Chet Hayes, it was really difficult for me to find a fuck. Like, that ruined it for me.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what they're leading you to believe, but I could be wrong. So, but it sure does seem like it.
Oh, I can see it.
But I have enjoyed The Surreal Life, the Villa, because I am enjoying when they just do, like, the crossovers where reality stars talk about actually being reality stars, or entertainers.
The fourth wall breaking, when it's like, this is what it's actually like to deal with this when the camera is off and I have to go through the comments and create. Brad Pitt, a chitterling. I'm hollering. He is.
But actually, sorry for going like way, way back in a topic. Like for Wayne Brady's show, what you said, Alex, about what he should have done is like show him his expertise as an actor's actor. I think we need more of that kind of type of content really on TV, because I feel like people are just not learning the basics in certain avenues of life. And I think that would have been interesting.
It really would have been. And it also would have given light and voice to the new crop of comedians, improvisers, actors, singers that he would have been working with. Like, I feel that, like, he would have been a lot better doing a show like Deb's World, where, like, Deb Atney's trying to, get some rappers and make the next Nicki Minaj. And all we really want to see is Deb Atney come out and live life with her girlfriend and explain, how she ended up with children.
You remember when she had that boyfriend on the last season?
Oh my God.
That dude that just got out of
Kenya Moore is more subtle with her men.
Yes.
Oh, it was funny though. She tried her college.
She tried it.
Because I still want to know how Waka came to this world because
me too.
Oh.
Because that
me too. I have some things that I want to say
because Waka,
but I cannot say because if my page will get shut down and I will be sued for libel.
Do you think he's a blouse though, Alex? I get blouse teeth.
Well, from Waka?
Yes.
I've never
I wouldn't say blouse.
He's talked about his impotency, so I don't care about a dick that don't work.
Oh.
I don't have hot carbon dioxide for him. I don't care about a dick that don't work. I don't have a brain cell to think about a dick that don't work. I am Alexander Diane Rogers. I specialize in results. If I'm not getting anything out of it, then I don't have any thought for it. I will say this. I take Lisa Wu Hartwell's tagline to heart. If it doesn't make me money, I don't do it.
But did you talk about I just lost my train of thought. There was a show that I wanted.
And the gut is fat. Why would you get pregnant with that? When it comes to money, he ain't got it like that. Why would you get pregnant with that? Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, what-em, Jew. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, he'll screw you. Boop, boop, did-em, dad-em, you's a fool. Why would you get pregnant with that?
Also, did you guys hear about Offset's literally heading towards bankruptcy?
Huh. I thought he had stuff stashed away, at least.
Well, according to Ramsey Snitch, he's running low on cash.
That may be why Cardi's finally divorcing him.
That would be so...
Well, they've been talking about divorce for a minute now.
For years. It's
like,
quite literally what I think is why she hasn't came out with her sophomore album. That's insane.
Takeoff hadn't been killed, she
exactly
divorced him.
Yeah.
When Takeoff got killed, she stayed with and that's what any decent person would do.
I mean,
unless somebody hitting you, unless it's really, really bad, you're like, okay, you're they still have a lot of love for each other. They're still she's still he's a good father, he's a good business partner. The romance is gone.
Yeah, I think she doesn't respect her enough to stay faithful.
Yeah,
or at least
faithful. He ain't never stayed faithful, and I don't think she did either. Here's the thing: women cheat.
Yes,
women cheat. They just don't get caught because of two things. Men are stupid, and the men that they cheat with ain't gonna say nothing because they ain't gonna fuck up the extra puss they get. That's why women don't get caught. Men get caught because the women they sleep with want to let the woman know, I got your man, I got your man, and boo boo.
So it's becoming more petty.
That is. Men don't betray women. When a woman cheats, he gonna keep it quiet. Two, women know they have a sixth sense of who can I give this pussy to that ain't gonna say nothing. So they know who the fuck where he ain't gonna say shit.
That's true. But I think Offset behind the
just as much as men, if not more. Because nobody suspects it.
Which is wild because
it's with
notice how quiet Erin is during all this. She's like
because if Takeoff didn't pass, I think the divorce would have been a lot sooner. But also, if she was married to, say, Kanye West, for example, she'll divorce him regardless of what happened to get away from the crazy.
Yeah, because she wants to actually stay, successful and rich and actually likable in the I almost said YouTube, but just the general public. So Kim had no choice. Cardi, I feel like, of all her faults, is actually a nice person.
Oh wait, Somebody said, I'm confused. Isn't Cardi pregnant? Yes, because Cardi wanted to have a third child and she wanted to go on and have all the same baby daddy. So she said, fuck it, I'm going to go on and get pregnant with your ass one more again.
I mean,
women do it all the time. And it makes sense. Look, why get a new person involved when I can just deal with your ass?
And them babies are beautiful too. So she's like, I don't want to take the risk of adding someone else, and it might turn out.
Why put somebody else in the mix? One of my favorite expressions. It's from it's an expression as old as the hills, but I heard it on Medium on the episodes that Neve Campbell was the guest star, and she said, "Allison, I'm the devil you know." He's the devil she knows.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is best to deal with the devil you know.
And also, to like Barmis's point, like all those children are gorgeous. Like, you can't deny that. Also, if she were to divorce Takeoff and then find someone like Papoose, like, that is a struggle.
Oh God.
At least Papoose.
But back to Ask Alex questions. Because I rarely do Ask Alex, so I want to keep it on Ask Alex. What are the next random Ask Alex questions we have? Because ain't nothing on. So we get to, today is the day you get to ask Alex. And you can also ask me advice. If he ain't shit, he ain't shit, he ain't shit. I'll tell you he ain't shit.
Actually, can I ask a question real quick?
That's why we're here.
I mean, so Alex, so I just got out of the military myself, and my main issue is trying to gain a sense of style in my outfits and my just general, because I do find you and Chris to have such a nice style that's not, I just want to know, what do I need to learn how to dress myself in a way that is, carefree, and it's just.
How old are you?
28.
Okay, there's a lot that you can do. Where do you live?
Colorado.
Also, what the same.
Oh Lord, Colorado. That's limiting.
What side of Colorado?
I am in Boulder. That's like 30 minutes from Denver. That's traffic.
The mountains.
I can, let's see. What advice can I give? Color. Color. I'm guessing you're a man of color?
I'm mixed.
Okay. So what I want, so you're mixed, so you're probably closer to my complexion.
No, I'm way lighter.
Oh, way lighter. Okay. So then you're going to focus on reds and golds and blues. You're going to focus on your primary colors, but more importantly, your very bright and vibrant primary colors. I don't want you in regular blues. I want you in ceruleans and cobalts. I don't want you in regular reds. I want you in vibrant cardinal. Teal. Teal, you don't put a light-skinned person in teals. You stay away from greens and cool colors. You need energetic colors that create that excite the vibrancy of your skin. Alex, do I have a man? Do I want a man? And what's my ideal man? Would I date Tyler Perry?
Now that's an 18-month marriage right there.
I don't have a man. I would like to have a partner, absolutely. Would I date Tyler Perry? I mean, I would marry and murder anyone for that kind of money.
Wow.
Yeah, Denzel Washington might get it because
for that kind of money. I would give Tyler Perry prostate cancer as long as I could inherit tax free. I would watch him rot from the inside out as long as I got my $1 billion. I wouldn't give a shit. My colon would be clean. If I had to put ground glass in his food every day for the next 18 months, so be it. So be it. I would be doing the world and the Black art community a favor.
Alex, is this just revenge for him making mea culpa?
Oh, honey, this is more than that. This is more.
Oh, the new one's
Alex,
worse.
am I the only child? That is a question I technically cannot answer.
Same. Because my father was a whore.
Oh no, my parents have been married many times to many people.
Okay, that's different.
So,
and also, it's familial.
I will say I'm the only child of my parents' union. I'm that only child. Like the shit that they have other people in their lives. That's what I'll say. They have other people in their lives. But I'm the only child of my mother and my father. Does that satisfy the question? I was definitely my grandmother's favorite. And I was my mother's favorite. She didn't have any others. She always has said, you know, I did it once, I did it right.
Yeah.
And we may have our shit with us, but I couldn't have had a better child than you.
Okay.
And that's when I get her in her feels. You know how you can get your mom when she's like,
"Oh yes,
I'm gonna be human with you. I'm gonna stop being a mother and actually be real." No, I couldn't have had a better child than you. You exceeded my expectations. You're a good person.
Aww.
And it's more the relief. It's like I can understand her relief. It's like, thank God he's a good person. Like I didn't do I did enough right, because you never you get a kid and you're like, this did not come with a manual, and I come with an encyclopedia volumes.
You come with a thesaurus.
I come with a lot. There's a lot of baggage with me. I'm very expensive.
Guys, what's the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to you? Like bizarre, crazy, or like what?
I mean, you live in New York City.
Trying to think.
Oh God.
Finding out psychics are real.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, Kim Zolciak's
I'm
psychic
not going
was
to tell you
real.
the story, but having lived that.
What sort? Was it like a palm reading, or was it tarot?
No. Wait. Much. No. That's not how they work. That's not how they work at all. That those I'm not going to say that people don't have I'm not going to say a palm reader doesn't have a gift. I'm not going to say that. That's how much respect I have for it. But I just some shit that I've seen and then saw years later where it's like, oh no, and we went through this again, and then it was a different situation. Psychics are real. That is the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. That shit is real beyond a matter. It's more real than you think. And here's the thing: you don't have to believe in it. It believes in you, and that's what matters.
I believe in spirits, so it's like I don't question stuff like supernatural and all that.
You can question all you want. You might get the answer you're looking for.
And I don't want to piss people off.
You might find out.
The next one or the side one.
You might find out.
Yeah. And here I was thinking that that crazy lady who pissed herself on the one train back from DragCon was the craziest thing happened to you.
I mean, who hasn't pissed themselves on the one train? I pissed myself on Jersey Transit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I was drunk. I was 23. It happened. It happened.
No, because I remember watching Pop Roast of you, C Diggy and Matty, and like the reaction.
Oh, those ones were.
Wait,
gold.
what did you just say?
Because I remember it was a Pop Roast, and Matty was with you, and C Diggy, and I think it was either you or Chris telling this story, and I think it was something to do with DragCon, and it was like very early in the morning, like 2 a.m. And you were waiting at you were waiting at the station or actually on the train itself, and some random woman just pissed herself.
Yeah, that was them. That wasn't my story.
But
what are the other Ask Alex questions? Let me put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come in and ask Alex a question. Nothing's off limits, but I may say no. Because there's some things that like I don't tell because it's other people's business too.
Mm-hmm. But I do want to.
Everybody want to know if I have a man. I don't have a man, and I would say if I did have a man, I wouldn't tell y'all.
And also, then again, Alex.
No, I tell y'all after 10 years when I knew the relationship was solid, but I'm not going through a breakup online. It was so hard. What type of cigarettes do I smoke? Newport 100s.
Oh, that was my mother's favorite before she quit.
Do you know what Newport stands for?
No.
Either winning, pimping, or running things. Let me say that again. Newport stands for either winning, pimping, or running things. NEWPORT. Either winning, pimping, or running things. I can't say the first word.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
A celebrity. I am a celebrity. So, of course
I mean, yeah, you are.
I'm like, it's really weird to be in this position that I am because I'm not famous enough to say I'm famous, but I'm known enough to where it's what I do for a living. And it also, like, I will run into people that know me and know what I do, where if I don't, like, I've been on a date on the subway and then somebody ran into me and they're like, oh my God, I love your show. And I'm on a date and he's looking at me like, what? This isn't.
Yeah, I know.
It's that, and it's a lie.
Yeah.
And it like, no matter how even if it's a good lie, like I'm rich and famous, it's still a lie.
Yeah.
I still lied to you. I still misled you. I still, there is in court, before you say, oh, you didn't lie, in court, there is something called a lie of omission, meaning I withheld valuable information that you needed to know, but I didn't tell you. And in court, a lie of omission is a lie. It's perjury.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, to answer that question, you're not famous, but you're recognizable. You're essentially Frankie Grande.
Liam Lind.
No, because at least then I'd have money.
You do have money.
I mean,
it's not a lot, but it's still money.
But bitch, you've been in my bank account.
Yeah, I'm like counting coins.
What accounts do you have access to that I don't? Because I just checked. I don't have shit.
But it's like
you have.
I'm not on here selling ringtones for my health. REI stole thousands of dollars.
And AdSense. I have fuck all.
But YouTube is this weird thing where it's like, yeah, like people are going to recognize you because Alex, you do get tens of thousands on most videos, and it's like people are going to recognize you for good or ill. And YouTube,
John Jordan, do not move to San Francisco.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of I'm going to do the Central America tour, Mexico City, Costa Rica, maybe Panama, but Panama doesn't have gay marriage. But I can bring my dog to Mexico City and Costa Rica, so I'm thinking there.
Yeah. But YouTube is this weird thing where it's like this platform that is like makes you feel like it kind of tricks you. It's like, oh, I get tens of thousands of people who know my name. But it's like you're not a celebrity though. So that's why I feel like some YouTubers, they get big egos and they kind of become shitheads, to be honest.
It's a delicate balance of recognizing that, oh my God, I've done something that people like, but also realizing like I've got miles to go to get to where I need to be. The rudest celeb I ever encountered was at BravoCon in Las Vegas, and it was Heather McDonald.
I can see that.
She, looked like the letter P and just had way too much attitude. And the only reason, I'm not even going to go into her, but that was why. That was her.
Mm-hmm.
More questions. Let's see. Sean Connery would be a good match for me. I could see that. I like a mature gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
But what are the other questions for Ask Alex? You've got me for another couple minutes, so whatever you want to ask, let me have it. Now that we know that, because everybody wanted to know if I'm single. Now we know I'm single.
Oh,
which is fascinating because I'm like, why do y'all care?
Alex,
I never put any, I've been doing this for 12 years. I've never put anybody that I've dated on screen ever.
Yeah. And that's
smart. I don't even bring my friends on camera that much.
Alex, no offense.
Maybe 3 or 4 of my friends.
Alex, no offense. When you brought in Chris, I was like, oh my God, you have that's me, but it's like, oh yeah, Alex is sociable and all that. It's like seeing
go on and say it. Alex, you have friends.
It's like seeing a teacher out and about.
Oh my God.
And having a life.
I'll say sometimes I'll do a video and I'll have somebody over and people will hear noise in the background and ooh, who's that? And I'm like, and then it's always ooh, is that your man? And I'm like, no.
Remember when they thought you and Chris?
What?
Maybe you and Chris, they thought you were dating.
Oh God! For years,
it
really wasn't until I moved out here. Mm-hmm. Once I moved out here, that finally stopped. Yeah. But for years, everybody thought Chris was my man, and I was like, I love Chris like I love my luggage. Chris is my brother, not my lover. Mm-hmm. Can we celebrate? I wish that people could be happy that I have this amazing man in my life that helps me artistically, that I help artistically, that we have changed each other's lives for the better. There's so many, no, we're not romantically involved. And thank God, because we couldn't run this business if we were.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Be happy for me that I have a friend like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, I have a question. Quick question. I know you're about to go. Would you ever get a cat? Because I know you pee in Bronx, but I do feel like you could have a cat and it's just draped over your shoulders and just
I am allergic to cats.
Oh no. Okay.
And so the only way I would if I dated somebody that had a cat, I would put myself on antihistamines and I would do my best, but I'm allergic to cats, which is why I don't have them.
Gotcha. Is it saliva or fur that makes you allergic? Because I know there's hypoallergenic cats out there.
I never looked into it that much. Mm-hmm. I think it's probably the fur. I'll get hives. My throat will get weird. I'll get a it's not pleasant. And I love you see me with my dog. If I see a cat that I like, I'm putting my face in that belly. And then my face is swollen for a day. And it's oh, it's fine. It's a cat I love. So It's a little bit like that. That's the half white in me. That just comes out.
Okay. So I have a question for you. Which out of all the franchise of Housewives, name the one that you hate, that you dislike the most? And
Well,
it's not the franchise.
hold on. Let me preface, because I can't dislike any of these women. I've never known them. I've never spent any time with them.
As on the
now, what I can say is, who would I really not want to spend time with? That's what I can say.
Yeah.
Or whose character do I dislike the most?
That's what I was going for.
I can't dislike these women because I don't know them. Because I just want to say that so that people in the audience and
the character
ain't gonna be like, he's hating on. No. Calm down. As a viewer,
that's mine.
The first person I wouldn't want to spend time with is racist Diana Jenkins.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, I wouldn't want to spend time with Tamra. If I saw her, I wouldn't stop. Like that, like if I saw her on the side of the road with like a flare and she had a flat tire, I'd just keep right on driving. I'll let a white man take care of her. Because if I change her tire, she'll probably say I tried to sexually assault her. And that's what dangerous. I think about Tamra. I think Tamra is the same type of woman that got Emmett Till killed.
And that's
that
is true. Yeah.
That's what I think about Tamra. I think that she is the type of woman that would get Emmett Till killed. That's what I think about Tamra.
Okay, Teresa,
I would say the same about her. I think that she is a secret racist, a complicit racist. I think that she is a foul being with a soiled soul. And I think that Earth will be a lot better when she moves on and the devil takes her back to the depths of heaven.
So you're saying that she brings Ramona with her?
I said it, and I'll say it again. I think Earth will be better when the devil takes Teresa Giudice back to the depths of hell from whence she came. I don't deal with demons, gorgons, harpies, or sirens. Especially crones like Vicky Gunvalson.
Now that's an evil woman. That is,
All Vicky Gunvalson is Lisa Kudrow aged poorly.
Nina Paul said, damn, Nina, baby, you ain't heard me go in on people yet. I can teach Tia Kemp a thing or two. Now, I will give you a cool, calm, and collected read like my mother does.
But I don't think you have that much hate for Miss Netta that Tia had.
I don't have any hate for Miss Netta. Miss Netta ain't never done shit to me. I ain't got no hate for her. Honestly, when I say I like what Miss Netta and Charles have done, I'm not joking. They gamed the fucking system. And here's the thing. All the people that want to laugh at them and be nasty and tee and hoo-hoo, they don't give a fuck because they laughing all the way to the bank. And I say, God bless it.
They're cashing their checks. You can't complain with that.
Yeah, it was given very minstrel.
And here's the thing. Charles and Netta and all. Here's what we can say about them. What have they said about us?
Nothing.
What have they said about anybody the fuck else? We are all so busy with their names in our mouth like teeth. We got their names in our mouth like teeth, like a molar and an incisor. They ain't said shit about us.
Yeah, that's the one thing. When she said those comments about black women, I didn't get it as a hateful comment. I mean, I'm not a black woman. I can't really say whatever, like how they feel. But I was getting like a just leave me alone, like kind of thing. It's like,
oh, okay. Now, because for a minute I was about to get on your ass.
No, yeah, like, no, it's offensive for sure.
Like that, I can understand it.
Yeah, I just understood.
There is a level of I can understand it because the truth is, it's not white women that are in his comments being nasty.
I think the situation with Netta could have been handled better.
Oh, for sure.
With some people, I think there is, I won't say a lack of education, but I say a lack of someone helping them in that matter.
I mean, Netta is just how they were, and they just put a camera in front of them. I never got a Machiavellian kind of thing, like they're trying to.
Wait,
like,
now hold
you.
on. Now Ray said Miss Netta did. She claimed black women. She did claim black women ain't shit and white women are better. And I'm not agreeing with it, but like you said, I can understand you're going to lash out at me repeatedly. I'm going to lash back. It is not the best way, but I can get it because I also, being a gay black man, being attacked by other black men, there's been a point where I'm like, okay, y'all leave me alone.
Yep.
I'm not interested in any hurt or hate you have to offer. Leave me alone. You don't like me, I'm gonna go over here.
Mm-hmm. And the best way to get back at her, just ignore her.
And that's what I originally said. Like, I think with Netta, like, there is no one helping her or educating her about this.
Alex, did I sing in the church choir? No. One of the greatest gifts my mother ever gave to me was she kept me out of the fucking black church. And I mean that with every fiber of my being, from the depths of my soul. One of the greatest things that my mother did for me was she kept me out of the black church. So I never had to question myself. I never had to hate myself. I never had to be molested or abused.
Because
protected me from that. She protected me from that, and I give her all the credit. Also, both of my parents are doctors of science, so they like, my mom fucked with Jesus, but she's still a scientist at heart. But keeping me, like, having gay friends that grew up in the black church, her keeping me out of the black church was the best. It allowed me to be me. It allowed me to be myself. Imagine how quashed I would have been by the church mothers.
And also in the UK, it's like it is so institutionalized, because in my schooling we had to begin day with prayer. So it's institutionalized. So every morning we would have to go for prayer. That was from kindergarten right until like grade 6, and like you are taught to hate yourself.
Oh wow!
So like if I was in the black church community, it would have been over for me, because I've seen how it affects people like Matty Rance, and they've been openly talking about how they were, for lack of a better word, abused and absconded because of who they were. If I was in that position,
the black church does a number. Is my mother black? Yes, my mother is black.
Yeah, I was raised from 6 to 10 in the black church, but because my mother, and she took care of me, was in the military, so we were in South Carolina and Alabama for them years. And like, I'd never faced any molestation, but it was definitely a very hard time, just say.
Yeah, it would have been like, now at 41, I can look back and be like, oh God, that would have destroyed me.
I think
like growing up black and gay in America is growing up black in America. Let's just start there. That's a motherfucking enough. That is enough. Then you're gonna put Jesus in it? Somebody asked, is Liam black? No, Liam is not black.
I am painfully white. I am white and
I mean, he is white from the United Kingdom. He is like
the original
colonizer DNA. He is on here for reparations.
I am whiter than cream of wheat.
Yeah. Oh, are you still taking questions, Alex, or you
yes.
Go? Okay, so quick question. I don't think I've seen it in any video explain, but why didn't you go into more into the legal field? Because to me, you seem to have a gift of.
Well, oh, you want to know why I didn't go in more? Oh my God, I love this question. Oh, I love this question. What a beautiful question. Oh, I love it. Hold on. I got to take a hit for this.
Oh, no.
Because I can do see
because you're a paralegal in the military, right?
Diane and Isles.
Uh-oh. Not the light.
Now, as I've said before, but I'm going to need to remind you again, I joined the Army August 2000. I got out August 2004. We all know what happened September 11th, 2001.
Yep.
But what you don't know is what happened August 4th, the year 2000. An 8-year-old boy was murdered by his ex-Olympic stepfather. I was a paralegal in the Army, and that was the first case I had to deal with. I got to permanent party right after I got out of basic training and AIT, which is where I learned how to be a military paralegal. And my first job was taking life-size photos of the corpse and then putting duct tape over the 8-year-old's genitalia so that they were appropriate to show as exhibits A through J, to show exactly what he had done to his son. I also did a lot of estate planning because soldiers were going to die, and a lot of them did. And then I had to deal with people fighting over the wills. So in those 4 years, I got to see murderers, rapists, child molesters, and families fighting over dead men's money. That's why I do this. I decided I wanted no part of it.
I don't blame you.
I can't do that every day. Like, people love to salute service members. I need everyone to remember we are soldiers first. What do soldiers do?
Fight.
They train to kill.
Bingo. That's a lot for a person to go through.
Yeah.
And then I'm going through that, and then also seeing all of the legal aspects of it, having to deal with civilian law and UCMJ, and dealing with really awful people, dealing with murderers. Now, at that trial, however, which is why I enjoy telling this story,
I mean, that first trial.
I had to deal with the witnesses for the prosecution, meaning the child's grandfather and mother, and other various relatives. I had that witness room rolling at their son's murder trial. I was able to bring light, levity, and joy to one of their darkest days, because when you're in a moment like that, all you can do is laugh. There is nothing else to do but laugh. You've shed every tear. You felt every ounce of hurt. There's nothing left to do but laugh. And I had that witness room rolling, and the bailiff had to come in twice to quiet us down because we were interrupting the proceedings. And the second time I said, oh my God, I'm being so disrespectful. What if Ilion's mother was here? And this beautiful woman looked at me from across the room, and she put her hand on my knee and she said, honey, I'm right here. And I really could have used a laugh today.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew that this whole comedy thing was way bigger and way more important than me, that I was just some type of vessel, and that this would play out in some larger fashion. But that's when I knew I am really good at this, and this isn't about me. This is about helping other people. I am merely just the voice that something else is coming through. This ain't about me.
Yeah.
And so that's why I don't do that anymore. And now you know.
Thank you for telling us, Alex, that
Yeah, because like I've heard this story before. It's like it's just like you had to choose whether to essentially destroy yourself physically and mentally, dealing with
It
all
was
that.
never a choice. In that moment, it was.
I know it was service.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
It was a. It was a. Oh, this like. It was very much. I don't know how, but I know we're going there, and I know this. I knew this isn't it.
Yeah.
I knew it was. It wasn't a choice. It was a. It was a. It was. Oh, this. A feeling from balls to bones, where it's like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And then I had the same feeling the first time I did stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even get to finish the joke. And I'm not going to tell you the joke. I'm not going to tell you the first joke I told on stage, because some things you got to keep for your New York Times bestseller. I'm not going to tell you the joke. But I said the setup. I said, there are something. And the crowd roared. And like the laughter, like I couldn't even finish the joke. And I was standing there in that light, and I was like, this, and I knew this is where you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to do.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Because I do have like
a lot more pretty if some better checks came with it, but you know.
Because I do have a question, like, with all these like talent shows and all that, would you ever do like you stand up like an America's Got Talent situation?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think just the exposure alone would have propelled your child to like a massive situation.
That's not how it works.
Just a thought.
That it's that the thing is, it's beyond that's not how it works. It's beyond that's not how it works. So everything that I would say on that show, all that material, they would own.
That's a good point.
I am an intellectual property creator. My material is all I have. It's what I create. I can spin straw into gold.
And that's why I
can't do that if I let somebody steal that gold. Yep. For example, the new allegedly show theme song. Yeah. I own it in its entirety, lock, stock, and barrel. I purchased. Now, I didn't write the music, but I purchased the music from the producer. I own it in its entirety. No one can use it without my say so. Without my, you can't play a note of it unless you pay me.
Alex, I will. If that thick tongue even attempts, I will be so fast into your DMs. Like, you better get that fool. You better get him. You better get him.
Here's the thing. Then he's gonna play in court,
and you will win
now
in
you're
court.
Dealing with intellectual property theft.
Yep.
Now you're dealing with theft, and America does not fuck with intellectual property theft. That's one thing we will stand up for.
It's Ray infringitete.
Racism, transphobia, misogyny. Oh,
we let that shit go. We let that go. But intellectual property, oh no, we will see you in court on the 1st. We'll give you a quick court date.
All of a sudden, all the old white men in the country be like, no, you gotta protect
that's when you get honkies on your side.
Yes.
Honkies?
Yeah. Oh, but I am glad that happened. Like, not even just because of it's catchy and it's
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. She said, Alex, you are so old, New York. No matter where you go, what made you say that? What made me so old, New York? Because it's the truth. Because it's the truth. I am very much old New York.
But is there
this as offense?
Would I date
like
ex-military? Yes, I would date ex-military.
So is there a difference between old New York and new New York?
Yes, there's a big difference between old New York and new New York. Old New York is
like a mentality, or is it physical?
It's a mentality. It's both. It's both because I got to New York at a certain cusp when the old New York, when affordable New York was dying and it really was taken over by the rich. Like I got there before gentrification ate up Washington Heights and Harlem, where you could still go and get Coochie Fritos on 116th, where like New York above 125th was still New York. Was still the old New York, the affordable New York, the New York of color.
Okay. I'm starting to understand. So essentially, it was just like a mentality, but also like it was actually affordable and not a king's ransom as it is nowadays.
It was affordable. And I say it's physical because there were certain businesses, there were certain storefronts, and then as gentrification came in, the storefronts changed, and some businesses were pushed out. What made me choose to enlist? I wanted to be a lawyer, but I didn't know if I wanted to spend all that money on law school. So I figured that would be a great way to like figure out if it was something I wanted to do. And I was right. I figured it out and I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was the same with I was in the Signal Regiment, and
oh my God! I was attached to 10th Signal at Fort Drum.
Oh wow! I almost got stationed there.
Exactly. Part of 101st Airborne Corps. We were boots on the ground, baby. Boots on the ground. Everybody knows where they were September 11th, but do you know where you were September 12th? Okay. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. And I was stationed in Fort Carson, 299 Engineer Battalion.
So that's why you're in Boulder.
Yes, and that's why I'm staying, because I love Colorado, just the environment. I was born in
you have a white boyfriend. So you have a white boyfriend.
I had 3 in the past 3 years, and they're so weird, Alex. They're just the mentality of the mountains
most of the time.
I tried to stay in the military, but then I got someone local, and then it continued from there because I stayed with their friend group. But they're just weird. I think it's the elevation. It's like
I've never heard anything good about Colorado men, so it's never been on never been on my destination.
Don't stop. Don't even try to have
I believe. You ain't got to tell me twice.
And it's not like
no, honestly, I swear to God, once you get past something about passing that Mississippi River, people are weird on the West Coast, and also let's go and have a real honest conversation. I told you I knew you had white boyfriends. Do you know why? Because black men don't date other black men out here. Can we say it out loud and clearly and crisply?
Yes.
Black men don't date other black men out here. Once you get west of the Mississippi, black men don't date other black men. They don't. But I'll also say I lived in Harlem and black men wasn't knocking my door down then.
That's why I want to go to New York City, but I just
Honey, you go to New York, you're gonna be. Here's the thing, bitch, you me, bitch, you me, and let's just go on and call a thing a thing. You're going to attract the same men that I attract. Happy-go-lucky golden retriever white men. That is what we attract. We don't attract black men. We don't. Let's just go on and be honest about it. We don't. We aren't quote unquote black enough for them. And let's dig into what that means. Because we grew up different and have different life choices, our own race will ostracize us, especially gay blacks. We ain't talking about black women. We ain't talking about black women. Black women are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. We're taking gay black men to task.
Yeah. That's why sometimes when I hear the topic of, white men and gay white men and gay black men, that they're together a lot, and I'm like, I don't see that. Maybe I'm just in a certain part of the community where I'm just seeing white on white, black on black, Latino on Latino, and maybe Asian and white. That's the most interracial that I see. But this whole gay black men are just swarming gay white men, I don't see it. I don't.
No, well, I will say I do see it, and as a part of that crew, it's gay white men swarm me.
Mm-hmm.
Gay white men swarm me. Gay white men seek me out. Gay white men look for me. And then when they get me, they pay. They take me out to dinner. They want to move in with me. They want to be in a relationship with me in a way that I haven't experienced from black men.
Yeah, because I have
dated black men. And that's part of why I left New York, because I was like, well, black men, like I lived in Harlem and did real estate in Harlem. Like I had ads and my face was everywhere. They weren't interested. At what point do I say, okay, you're not interested? Well, let me go find love over here.
And life is too short trying to wait for someone.
At 41, that ship is sailing. Y'all let me know you're not interested.
Yeah, I'm about to hit 30 and I'm feeling the oh my goodness, what am I doing? A little bit. I still have time, but
can I just pose this point of view here? Because I know, like, well, Alex, you said you hadn't had any black men try to get away with you. Do you think it's because, like, with black men, it's like they're a little bit ashamed of it, as opposed to white men, they're more open with it?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry.
We couldn't understand what you were saying.
Oh, okay,
like
sorry.
Literally, like we couldn't understand a little bit.
Sorry. With what you were saying about having black men not be openly in a relationship with you or want to be in a relationship with you, is that just down to like a shame thing, or is like are white people just more willing to be more open with you about it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great question, and that's something, honestly, I don't have an answer.
Okay.
I mean,
I really, because really, like, the beauty of 41 is you can look back at 20 years of dating as an adult, and you can see who's been drawn to you and who you're drawn. Go on and get you doing your 10-year assessment. Who's been drawn to you and who you've been drawn to.
Yep.
And after 20 years, and I lived in Harlem for 10 of them, and did real estate there, which means I was an active and vibrant a part of the community. I look back at my life there, and I look back at who hit me up, who asked me out, who wanted to do things with me, who wanted to whisk me away, and it wasn't men that looked like me.
Because his thing, because when it comes to like sexuality and relationships, I just find it not necessarily overrated, but I just find it perplexing that the pigeonholing and the pinpointing of who you want to be with or who is attracted to you or this, that, and the third, it just becomes like so exhausting, because you got straight, you got heterosexual, you got straight heterosexual, you got bi, you got pan, you got homosexual. It's like all those things don't matter. Because I remember that you had a straight experience with a dear friend of yours, but it was just that, it was an experience. But that's that if gay men are able to have those experiences and not think too much of it, then how come the straights can't do it? Sexuality,
I don't know.
I think
sexuality is not a one-way street. It is such a huge spectrum. And I think it's like where people like Andrew Tate, who we all know is just a complete D-bag, they just portrayed this huge like chasm of toxic masculinity, which becomes so pervasive, and it just affects so many people, particularly young men and particularly young straight.
What I want to talk about Grace's comment, because I feel like that's kind of speaking to what me and Bio are speaking to. Not hood enough, aka won't put up with the dysfunction and struggle love. And I'm going to go on and say it. When you are Black and gay and have a modicum of success, it's weird. The dating, and I'm sure you know, as you know, you've got things going on for you, Bio. it gets very. Our dating pool of other Black men is very shallow. It's very shallow, and I've always dated outside of the race because I never had any other option. It was that, or I'm not going to date, and I'm not going to date. I'm not going to not have love. I want love. I don't care what color he is, as long as I think he's attractive and we're getting along, I'm happy to have him.
And also it works so differently when you're disabled. I mean, I have Asperger's syndrome, so like I am 90% more likely to be sexually assaulted, 90% to be a victim of abuse. I am far more unlikely to be attacked and absconded, but also to be entirely alone. I have no. My biggest social circle is being on lives and joining Matty on the Sunday Lives of the panel. That's my social life. My romantic life is nothing. It's all down to discrimination.
And it's hard dating in the Black gay community as a gay Black. It is very hard.
Yeah, it's like it's just pulling so many different like avenues of the community, and some people don't even consider it a community. And which I have opinions when that is said, but basically like what Grace mentioned of not having a certain image or that struggle love.
Oh, 100%.
I feel like that is put upon just to have that image, and it's not really real. Like, why do I need to have someone who is Dio? Why do I need to have someone who is very struggling?
Ooh, and you know what? I'm about to say something really uncomfortable, but I'm going to speak on it, and I might get some shit for it, but I think I'm going to be okay because I'm okay telling the truth. I'm going to turn my light on when I say this one. I'm glad that you brought up, the certain types of Black men that Black men are attracted to. Part of why I have had more success with white men is white men have a larger idea of what masculinity is. Masculinity in the Black community, even in the year of our Lord 2024, is still very narrow. Toxic. It's like you gotta hit in that laser focus of super muscled, hyper masculine. We still are slaves to that. And if you don't fall into that, you aren't masculine and you aren't it, and no one's interested.
It's the Andrew
in the white world, masculinity has a much larger range. I will say this, it's much more financial. It's much more rooted in financial success. But it is still a much larger range where I will say in a white or a Dominican world, I am looked at as more masculine, where in the Black world, I am looked at as more feminine, therefore less desirable and less worthy of attention or human decency. We have to start there, where if you aren't considered worthy of sexual attraction, you aren't considered worthy of a hello. You aren't considered worthy of human decency. We have to talk about it. If we're going to talk about it, we're talking about it all.
Yeah, like when we talk about how the gay community is super hypersexual, I really do think the gay Black scene is like tenfold.
Speak on it. Speak on it. Let's talk about it.
And to me, like I like sex. I like dating. I love being, free and just having, connections with people. But at times it comes across like you're not really doing it just to have a connection with someone. You're doing it because that's what everyone else is doing. And it's sad.
Ishbad said, do openly gay Black men really care about masculinity?
Yes. Terrifyingly so.
I'm going to say this to you with the spirit of sisterhood and respect. Bitch, are you motherfucking for real?
It is almost deadly.
And I said that to you in the spirit of love and sisterhood. Bitch, are you for real? Are you for real? Are you for real? Girl. I say this with love and they beyond care. There is definitely a hierarchy of masculinity in the gay community. Oh my God, it is staunch. It's as staunch and thick as misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say racism. But I'll say misogyny. It is as staunch and thick as misogyny. Because a lot of gay men are misogynists. They don't like the femininity. Their femininity in themselves.
Yep.
So a lot of gay men chase after masculinity. And don't get me wrong, I like a masculine man myself, but I also consider myself a masculine man. My voice may be high and my interest may be artistic, but I will protect you. I'll bring home the bacon. But you see that also, and that really gets into the difference between what is white and black masculinity, because that's also why a lot of people don't date, quote unquote, within the race and whatnot, because gay masculinity and white masculinity are very different. White masculinity is much more rooted in, can you provide?
Actually,
I'll also say this, like living in San Francisco, having a dog, my own apartment, and working for myself, I've achieved a certain level of white masculinity where with black masculinity, it's much more about swagger, attitude, but you can still be living with your mama. I said it.
Yeah,
I said it out loud.
Yeah.
And we know. Now, if I'm lying, I want to know how many people think I'm lying. Get in the chat and let me know if you think I'm lying.
Alex, remember hands.
Who think I'm lying? Hands. Now, I ain't saying nothing better, nothing worse. I'm just saying what I've noticed.
Well, the thing is, with white masculinity, it's...
Babe, honey, I'm going to stop you right now because you don't live in this country.
Okay, yeah. I was basing on my...
We'll tell you when to pipe in. We'll tell you when. Because British masculinity is different. British masculinity is a whole different thing. Because don't think I ain't fucked none of y'all. Don't think.
I stayed loyal, patriotic.
Basically, what I've had to go through. Because I bring up Andrew. I brought Andrew Tate a lot in this. Live.
I mean,
like, it is like literally it's that sort of masculinity I had to go through, and it's affecting a lot of Europe too.
I mean, Liam, no offense, but Andrew Tate and a lot of those influencers.
I was like, why is he bringing him up?
No, I see why he is.
I'm using it as a reference.
He's not a reference to this conversation. That is so left field.
I mean, I kind of see it, but it is kind of left field.
I can't see, honey. I can't see.
I know it's left field, but I haven't got like a center ground boss
of toxic masculinity, at least in the UK. So I could see why Liam is bringing him up, because he's destroying a whole generation. I feel young boys.
It's young kids, it's teenagers, it's people my age. Like I'm not the same age as you, bios. Like, and also it's people in their 30s. Like, there are so many young men that have been affected and destroyed by all this. And I was like,
no, I'm gonna stop you right now. Let's stop it. These young men are being destroyed by something, but it's not Andrew Tate. You know what they're being destroyed by? Capitalism and republicanism and misogyny. They are being destroyed by the fact that they grew up in a world where they were taught that women owed them vagina. That's what destroyed them. Their forefathers, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, they sowed the seeds of lies into their forefathers that they were now raised with. But bitch, the world has changed.
And they're scared. And
I would be scared too. But the truth is, you don't have to be, because Black people simply aren't that evil.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that kind of time. And the truth is, it's not profitable. You wouldn't make useful slaves regardless. Your backs are weak. Your DNA is inferior.
Alex!
Your DNA is inferior. What the fuck am I going to do with that? All you're going to become is an expensive pet, and I already have Bronx. However, I will educate you and let you loose on the market so that you can be useful to the world.
I'm glad you're a good person because you will be.
It was the DNA joke that really hit me.
Honey, it's not a joke. Let's talk about the Habsburg chin from your people. Your people invented inbreeding.
No,
let's talk about the Habsburg chin.
The boomerang.
Your people have invented inbreeding to keep some tacky ass crowns that drag queens won't even wear. And you want to get on an American line? Now, you know we friends. You know I'm joking.
Yeah. I know we're friends, but like
I was just like, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know we're joking.
Alex, like, let me pull back a little bit.
Let me pull back a little bit. I can be intense. And everybody tells me you're so intense, and I'm like, well, you've just never seen an Oscar-worthy performance. I'm sorry. I saw Kathy Bates in Misery. That wasn't intense. That was good acting.
Yes.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
But not one lie told. And again, the second I start lying, you stop me.
And Liam, no offense, not to get on too much. Like, they frothed at the mouth.
I ain't saying you have a Habsburg chin.
No.
God, you don't.
We're talking about the royal family.
Some of your friends have that jutting jaw.
I don't know. What is a Habsburg chin? Because I don't know what it is.
The royal family, basically.
No. Hold on. We as Americans get to laugh at this moment.
All I had an egg. I had an
upside down. No, baby, no.
This is the question that I love to ask white people. Where were you educated? Seriously. Because you live in the United Kingdom and you don't know what a Habsburg chin is.
Listen, I was educated in the city of Coventry, where half the teenagers are pretty much under 16.
Now, my father gave a keynote speech at Oxford University, so I do have some ties with the UK education system, and I know y'all do what you do. That's one of the oldest universities in the world, and you don't know what a Habsburg chin is.
Diane.
Well, we're going to look it up right now, and we're going to
just look it up.
You
know what it is.
My God. The girl, I got to tell you, here's why they tell you what a Habsburg chin is. The rest of the world has been laughing at you for eons. Americans grew up laughing at British people that were inbred that had Habsburg chin. Oh, my God.
Now, Alex, I would defend Liam on this. No one has made fun of the royal family like the.
Oh my God! Please! Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, here we go. And
you know what it is,
screen, honey. We sharing the screen. Actually, I looked it up. It came up Habsburg jaw, but same difference.
Yeah.
The Habsburg jaw is a genetic disorder that causes a distinctive and protruding lower jaw, thick lower lip, and abnormally large tongue. Carlos King, believed to have originated with the Holy Roman Emperor Maximilian I from the 15th century and spread throughout medieval Europe through generations of inbreeding amongst the royal Habsburg family. The Habsburg practice continuous marriage and inbreeding to keep their power and bloodlines pure by pairing close relatives such as first cousins or uncles with their nieces.
And I believe the Habsburgs would go around Europe too, and like pawn off their, their family off to these. See, you know what this is.
Oh, that looks like one of my cousins.
Yup.
Oh.
And that's why.
Oh.
That means you have royal blood, Liam. Congratulations.
No.
You ain't shit, Bio. You ain't shit.
I want to make him feel better, okay?
You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Technically, I do.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Technically, I do, but it's not
shit.
What is it called over there, Liam?
What?
This Alex, I'm trying to be nice.
Baby, no, you not. No, you not. No, you not. No, you're not. Don't pretend. We ain't got to fake the funk over here.
Oh my goodness.
We ain't got to fake the funk. Don't pretend.
Liam.
By Miss Flores, I'm going to say this. Do not ever come up with those flowers wilt.
Liam, what is it called over there? Because you seem to not understand the term.
We want to know. Because they call it something, because you know you see it. You know
it's called their fucking face.
Oh my God. A face a mother couldn't love.
Oh,
honestly, I'd say
chin.
Okay, I'm not trying to get up because you said you have a cousin and that I don't want to get
No, I know.
Honey, thank God it didn't happen to Liam.
Yes,
sure
Liam has good bone structure, the cheeks. Oh my goodness.
It's because I have a lot of fat in my face.
No, you have actual cheekbone, like higher.
No, seriously, it's all fat. It's all cotton.
Okay.
I eat too much. That's why.
But you don't have a protruding chin, baby. You don't have a protruding chin.
No, because I'm not the one to have seps.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what? How did this one came about? Because there was a topic before this.
But back to Ask Alex. So what are
the next let's ask Alex.
Alex. What are the next questions? Now I have y'all on the line, and I'm in the mood to answer questions because I normally don't open up my private life.
Yeah.
Oh, is there any skill sets like maybe knitting, gardening, or any like I would say a skill set that you don't have right now that you wish to learn?
I want to be better at cooking.
I mean, I've tried your some of your recipes and they're delicious. So,
good. I'm glad you enjoyed them.
Is there anything on like a bucket list that you want to do before you kick the bucket?
I want to get married.
Because like with me
wait, hold on. Okay, other than get married, like let me think of things that I want to do. I want to win an Emmy.
Mm-hmm.
I
like anything away from like the show, like things you want to see.
The show is my life. I like everything that I want. Like I do want to ride a jet ski. I've never ridden a jet ski. I want to ride a jet ski.
Those are fun. I have done that. Those are fun.
I want to do one of those power like
paragliding
water things. Where you like kind of fly like Rocket Man. I want to do that. I want to rent a yacht. I want to have a private yacht experience. I want to have a private plane experience at least once where it's like, okay, I need to go from New York to California. I'm getting on a private plane with my friends and we're going. I want to be in a movie, and a good movie. Like, there's nothing that's like not entertainment based that's on my bucket list. Like everything is like, I want to, be in a movie. I want to be win an Emmy like that. That's my life.
I can give you. It's a little bit crazy, but I actually want to go storm chasing.
What?
Oh wow!
What?
Actually, I want to go out to America and go storm chasing.
Well, come to Colorado. It's storming right now.
No, it's
you want to go to like Alabama or like Oklahoma and go storm chasing?
It is something I want to do since I was 10. Dead ass.
Oh.
Don't you get storms a lot?
Honey, I just come to the East Coast and you won't have to chase them. They'll just be there.
No, it's like tornadoes and shit. Like.
But Liam, don't you have bad weather in the UK? I went to London.
No, they just have shitty weather. They have shitty weather every day. They never have good, dramatic, bad weather that actually gets them out of work. They're just always uncomfortable. So that's why they have such a dry sense of humor.
Yeah, it is. it's
morbid humor too.
Yeah, the UK, it rains about 240 days out of the year.
And also, they have a morbid sense of humor because they're still not over the Black Plague that took out 3/4 of their population. You're Yersinia pestis, bitch. Yersinia pestis.
No, Yersinia pestis was just Shane Osborne.
Yersinia, and again, back to the Ask Alex questions. What would my drag name be? Yersinia pestis.
Would you ever want to do a Drag Race?
No.
Oh, because you don't want your property to be owned by Rue.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah.
Giving them shit for free.
And actually, have you seen them contracts? I think some of them have been like quote unquote leaked. Like,
oh no, I haven't read them.
Yeah, those they seem egregious in how like draconian they are at times.
Yeah, they get your ass.
Because I actually do have a question for, and it's related to the channel. Is there any sort of like shows or like specials you want to do for the channel? Because I know with the music you're doing now, I think do something with the music, like taking it back.
I hope that the guest, the lip sync, does something.
Because it's
that was actually pretty cool.
It's one of those things where it's like you have to start off with a corny idea and see if you can do something with it. It's about you got to throw things against the wall and see if something sticks. Because if you never try, you'll never know. Yeah. But you see white people trying shit on TikTok all the time and things, and you're like, oh my God, I wish I had thought of that. And it's like, you know what? It's time to, when you think of that, do it. And so that's what I'm trying to do with the guest. I
mean, this is this generate, not this, but like 2 generations, like Alpha and
Can
Beta.
I record Odometer? Odometer is actually already available for sale. With all of the other ones, it's under the title "Don't Clock."
Right. Because when I say the music thing, I would actually like for you to do like a live stream of Eurovision and see how you react to it.
I'm gonna do a show with the producer while we're making the music, and we'll see how it goes from there. But for me to do a show with live music, I'd have there's a lot of other people I'd have to pay. Kimberly asked, will Chris and I ever do a live show? If y'all will buy tickets? We would need 1,000 people buying tickets at $30 a ticket for the show to be profitable.
And also probably fly either you or Chris into a spot that you both can meet up.
We're gonna we're gonna have to have flights, and then I only fly first class. Because I'm
which means no Southwest.
What?
Since you only fly first class, I mean, it means no Southwest Airlines.
Southwest can burn in hell. Okay.
And Spirit.
Spirit is never a question of if you are choosing Spirit just off yourself. Truly.
Well, if you fly, you become a Spirit.
But it would it's something that we've been talking about for a while, but we would people, everybody would have to show up. I mean, for example, with the new theme song. Do you know how much I spent on that?
It was
you bought the music too. Oh, that's probably
around that. It's you got to spend money for shit, and so it's if I'm going to recoup that money, then great. But if I'm not going to recoup, then that's money that I can't spend because this is still a business. But what are your other questions?
Speaking of the money, I know you're having financial trouble with the people who are not paying you. Is that resolved or is that still ongoing?
No.
Alex, do we need to go?
And I will say this: Chris told me. Now here's something about the money. Chris told me to ask for the $2,500. I was going to ask you what had actually been taken, but he said that amount was too large. Just do something that the people can hit. And so I did that. There was way more than money than that stolen.
What the hell?
Isn't there any like legal?
When I say thousands of dollars, I mean thousands of dollars.
It's a living wage. That was still
a month of income. Actually, about 2 months of income.
Isn't there any like legal avenues you can go down, because
they're going to be very expensive and very time consuming.
Yeah, like I want to ask what happened. I know
going through those legal avenues, I'm going to get
cost more
a third of what's owed.
It'll cost you far more than what was stolen.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to get enough people together to do a class action. That's really the only way I can move forward, is I have to, and that's what my lawyer said. I'm going to have to get enough people to get a class action to make it really worth everyone's while. But yeah, I asked for a lot less than what I needed, but Chris was probably right, because you can't beg too much.
Yeah, it's so like you go through shit, man goes through shit. Y'all don't deserve it, and especially when it comes to how hard you work. Like, you don't need at least this thievery or YouTube giving you shit. Like, you don't deserve it. None of you do.
Like, I can't wrap my head on what the excuse can be for them not just paying you what you're owed. And I mean, they're going to have to give one.
I mean, it's just simple common decency. If you better get paid, pay up.
Sweetie, we are dealing with corporations run by white men. Common decency has been out the window.
And it's the English person in me, so like I would always default to common decency. But like when you are as a client or an employee of anything, you are expected to get paid a wage, and in this situation, that is your wage, that is your earnings. And they withhold it for no good reason.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, and you deserve so much more than that.
Yeah.
It's
now you have to go through this money, this stress, this lack of...
The most important thing is Chris was paid, so I don't owe him any money, and that's what's the most important thing, is I was able to pay those that work with me. I can deal with everything else on my own. I always have, always will.
You don't deserve to be put into the red because of that. But
you're right, I don't deserve, but still have to deal with. So it is what it is.
Take them to the cleaners, Alex. Don't.
Yeah, dead ass.
Because
honestly, the only way I'll be able to do that is with a class action. And that's why people will do this with certain amounts of money that are, under $30,000 or $40,000, because they're like, oh, well, this isn't going to be something that the court's going to move through quickly. So we can screw you people over.
Yep.
But this is a part of being in business. Things like this will happen, and all you can do is learn and try to protect yourself in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've also learned that, no matter what, I can still slap a smile on my face and do the show that you come here for, regardless of whether or not what's going on in my personal life.
We care about you. So
yeah, like I care about Alexander Rogers as much as the entertainer and the person. And if you need to take a break because of anything, like
I'm not a break taker.
Oh,
yeah. It's like, even like if you did put more things on Patreon and raise the fees up a little bit, just like to balance the books a little bit temporarily.
Ain't nobody paying nothing on Patreon. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Everybody is tired. Everybody is tired. That's why my songs are a motherfucking dollar, because y'all have asked for this album forever. So I really hope y'all buy. Y'all asked, you asked, you asked, you asked, you asked.
We have begged and begged.
I said I'm gonna let y'all ask for 4 years. Y'all asked for this shit for 4 years, and now I'm giving it to you. I expect that. I want to see 1,000 sales. I want to see 1,000 sales because Lord knows I saw 1,000 comments.
They low-key were cursing you out like, where's the damn album?
Where's the damn? Well, hear it? Now buy it. Now buy it. Now buy it.
I don't know.
I don't want to hear that.
We were cussing you out for the album more than Portia was cussing out reality for her husbands.
Liam. Liam.
I'm sorry. Portia, I mean, a 15-second marriage and a lifetime of regret.
She got a baby, so, you know, that's going to be paid for.
At least I had no 15-second marriage.
I just hope she doesn't get married again. Sorry for the tangent, but, like, please do not get married again.
Was she wanted to get married again? Shit, them first two didn't count.
Simon counted. That was a marriage.
When you married a wide booty bottom.
Why?
You pegging him like you needed to peg him.
Yeah, Corey in the chat said you better get that Grammy before Nikki did. I mean, Nikki technically had the Grammy for 30 seconds.
If
before
I win a Grammy before Nikki, I will walk on stage and say, before Nikki, and walk off.
Well, technically, Nikki did have a Grammy, but it was just a mistake. Kind of like her career.
I'm waiting for when she finally says, I'm retired. You know, no more music.
Well, that is kind of like 5 years too late at this point.
Damn it!
I mean, if she was going to retire, it was going to be when she was pregnant. I mean, Nikki had some good songs before the Queen album.
No, she has good songs even now.
She had some decent hits.
I like Pink Friday too.
To ask Alex, because we're talking about irrelevant things and irrelevant people. What are the next questions y'all have for me?
Yes, ask Alex.
We gotta ask because I'm sorry, we ain't here. I'm not gonna waste my good internet talking about her. Ask Alex. What are your next questions? I'm single. We've established that.
He's single. Got Bronx.
And honestly, I'm single. Why am I single? That's the next question.
In my opinion, I feel like you just don't want
I only date men that spend their money on me.
Okay.
When I lived in New York, I only dated very rich men.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was very beautiful. Very beautiful. I worked out all the time. My body was the truth. My waist was 31 inches. You couldn't tell me shit. And dating those rich men, I learned the difference between good rich men and bad rich men. Bad rich men will try to control you with their money. Good rich men will put you through real estate school and help you set up your own successful YouTube channel. Where all of a sudden you're able to make your own money.
A big papa of some sorts, or
no, honey, not a big. No, we're not talking about a big papa. We're talking about a partner, someone that genuinely loves you and wants to see you do well.
Good.
Now, Deidre said, "AKA white man." I never said that. I never said that.
In New York, rich is rich.
Thank you. Rich is rich. Child, as long as the only color in New York is green. Like your money. The only color in New York is your child.
Like,
I don't think my bank account is dick size or complexion. Thank you, Grace. Good men want to see you win.
Oh, Grace, if that was the truth. That was the truth in my life. And that was only
that's the UK, Liam. And I mean, heck, it's in Colorado too. So can't say. Like the rich men in Colorado, they dress.
There aren't any rich men in Colorado. We have to start there.
Also, it's Colorado. It's mostly mountains up there.
Bitch, please. I am from New York. I know rich men.
Yeah,
moving to San Francisco, I thought there were rich men here. There aren't. These men are poor and insignificant. I'm going to say it into the camera with the light on. These men are poor and insignificant, inconsequential. They are poor and impotent.
Oh, no.
Impotent.
Oh, okay. Then here's a question.
Men in New York are powerful. They aren't rich. They are wealthy.
Well,
which means their money works for them. And it can work for you.
Affluent.
Oh.
Now I'm affluent. I'm affluent. That the affluent is you have an okay job and you look good with your money. You know what to do with your money.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it look good to the audience, but you still negotiating your light bill. That's affluent. That's affluent.
Negotiate. Okay.
So the question is, so you said that the West Coast people, San Francisco, they're poor and impotent. What do you think would take from them to get into at least the bottom rung of the rich people in New York? From say,
something that they can never have, that they could never purchase, and that their mothers didn't give them.
Mm-hmm.
Integrity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but
are they trifling in San Francisco, Alex?
Oh, they are worse than trifling.
No.
Well, what I heard through Alex when it comes to San Francisco, that it's just Massachusetts with sunshine.
Oh, Alex, I'm surprised you don't have a charge.
Well, I was. You know what? Let me stop.
Oh, too much, Alex.
I mean,
somebody said poor and insignificant. Please put that on a mug.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but isn't that just Kim Zolciak?
Hold on, let me
write
this
Dragon.
down. Poor and insignificant.
You know,
so impecunious
makes me wish for Croy to have better, and that is something.
I'm sorry, I will never wish for a grand high wizard to have better. But you know what? If you want to cape for the hoodeds, go ahead.
I pray for the gene pool for Atlanta, because once them children are unleashed after 18, it's gonna be like,
honey, they're gonna go swimming in Lake Lanier, and the lake will take care of them.
But also, Georgia borders Florida anyway, and Florida is already accessible.
Yes, Florida can take them. Yes,
the Gators,
the Everglades,
the swamps.
And the truth is, Georgia and Florida aren't going to be America's problem for much longer, because the hurricanes will reclaim them and they'll go back to the sea. The Coca-Cola plant will be the new greatest coral reef in all of the world.
So you're saying
I'm like, honey, and I'm not lying. I'm just talking about climate change.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but
why do you think I live in San Francisco when the rest of the world is going through a heat wave? It's nice and cool out here.
Same here in Colorado in the mountains. A nice crisp 80. Everything's 110.
So how are the white men in Colorado?
Like I said, they dress homeless. They have weird.
So they don't spend shit on you.
Nope.
Oh,
don't even ask.
Now, honey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You have to have a quote as a black boyfriend. Like, I've been dating these honkies for years.
Yeah.
And you gotta let them know when you walk in the door, I'm running your pockets. And you better be comfortable giving me everything. Honestly, when you date white men, because I date them, I only date white men that ask me what I want before I ask for it. I only date white men that are here for reparations.
Mm-hmm.
I only date white men that have 3 healthy cups of white guilt in them, where they always, when they get up, baby, do you want anything? Sure, honey. Do you have any ice cream bars? Yeah, I got an ice cream bar. If they don't have any ice cream bars, you will hear him quietly get in the car, fire it up, and go down to the store. You got to get those kind of honkies. You got to date men like my father.
Because the thing that Brian is, how far away from Montrose are you?
From Boulder.
Girl, I almost said the N-word. You ain't never been to America. How do you know what Montrose is?
This is going to take a conversation longer than you got left.
Montrose. I don't.
Let me just say YouTube is your friend.
Let me look this up in Colorado. Because I only went to Boulder, Pueblo, Fountain, Colorado Springs, and Denver. Everything else, because Pueblo, I was deployed all this freaking time.
But I'm telling you, if you don't date white men, here are some rules. Because there are good white men out there. There are really good white men out. Like there's good everybody out there. There's good everybody and there's bad everybody. Let's agree on that. We are not a racist channel. There's good everybody. There's bad everybody. And then most of us are just in the middle where we trying to figure it out through life. And we all make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
But when you dating white men, they need to come to you hat in hand, hat in hand. They need to come to you with a mouthful of, may I? Can I help you? Can I drive you home? May I get you an Uber? May I take you to dinner? White men with may I's and can all up in the mouth. May I? Can I?
Alex, that's my dream.
Nothing turns me on more than a man with hat in hand asking, may I? May I turns me on. Turns me on. May I? Can I? Yes, you may. Or no, you may not. But you're giving me the option. You need to get you some may I, can I ass honkies. May I, can I? First questions. If they ain't coming to you on the, may I buy you a drink? Why are you talking to them?
And Colorado is never like that.
Turn drink into a condo. Yes, you can buy me a condo. Also, make sure if two of you dating white men, make sure they ain't got no children, no siblings, and the parents are dead as a doornail. Get the death certificates. Any of those three, fuck it. Throw it away. Throw the whole man away. He's garbage.
Yes.
But as long as he ain't got no children, no siblings, and the parents are dead, he's a ball in play. Speak freely.
I'm writing this down. I hope you know this.
Write it down. Or crazy ex-wife. Well, a crazy ex-wife, I can deal with a crazy ex-wife. And that's all I'm going to say. Because if you're an ex-wife, you are an ex-wife. Therefore, you are a threat to my life.
And you're an ex-wife.
Again, let's take it back. What did I do? I was in the Army from 2000 to 2004. I'm qualified. Okay. So we know.
And you were old Army, too. What I consider. And I mean this with all respect.
I was trained to eliminate a threat.
Yeah.
Let's say it together. I was trained to eliminate a threat. I am the nicest person you could ever hope to meet, but baby, please don't make me flip that switch. Please don't.
I know not to piss you off and to overstep the mark.
All of my friends say that. They're like, I'm so afraid. Like, all of my friends have said, like, I love you, but I'm really afraid that, like, if I cross you, why are you planning on crossing me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
What are you planning? Because here's the thing. I never planned on doing, like, I never say that to any of my friends. I never say that to any of my friends. I never say, because I never plan on crossing you. Because I will fall on my sword before I cross you. Because I know that's just something you don't do. So if you're afraid of me, you're afraid of crossing me, which means you're planning on doing it. Yeah. And you know what you're upset about is I'm a black man who is intelligent enough and astute enough to not let you get away with it.
Exactly.
And you're upset that I'm going to hold you accountable for your actions. And you're afraid that I might just be smarter than you and your parents were wrong and can outthink you.
Alex, you can't see this, but were their inner palm colored?
That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid that I'm smarter and more cunning and conniving. And you know, if you get me, I'm going to get you. And you also know that's the fucking truth.
Because I know because we banter and we throw down Alex, and if there was ever going to come a time where I say that's a little bit too far or X, Y, and Z, I will say so. But I know not to step my mark because I know my place.
And also, it's interesting. Like, I'll say this, and I said this on Twitter, so it's fine. Like, Maddie and even Chris will be like, "Oh, people will get in my comments and be trying to tussle with me," and I just laugh. I'm like, nobody ever tries that with me. Nobody ever, like, rarely do I get anybody in my comments acting a fool. And even when people disagree, they always start with respectfully. And they keep it real cute. And they articulate their issue very well, where it's like, okay, I can understand that. You're not trying to start shit. You're trying to let me know something as a valued audience member. And that I can respect. But nobody tries it with me. It's very interesting. No one tries it with me.
Because from your definition, what is trying it with you?
Anything that you know I will receive as disrespect. And especially if you think, oh, I'm going to slip this disrespect in on the side, I can get away with it.
Like,
honey,
at least be up front with the disrespect.
You so fast. And again, we've seen in my past, now that's no longer the person I am.
People we shall
but
not
in my
name.
past that shall remain nameless, I have turned them into, what was my phrase? A creative exercise.
And that's where the fear lies.
Well, I said, you know what, bitch, I'm going to take what I learned in my comedy classes and in my improv classes, and I'm going to use it on you. I'm going to turn you into a project, into something I will take into class with me.
Alex,
I will turn you into a creative exercise.
A creative exercise. What is Amanda Seals?
Somebody said, Alex, what is my zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
Now here's the thing. I'm gonna answer it. But my first answer to that question is dollar. Dollar.
What did I just
My zodiac sign is dollar. And that should let you know what my zodiac sign is.
Yes. His sun sign's a dollar, his rising sign's a cent, and his moon sign is none of your damn business.
But Alex, I mean this with all respect, but it was something, because I've been here since I think the first, like your reviews on the first season of New York of Love and Hip Hop. So way back. It was something else seeing those videos in live where I was at, because no offense, I'd never thought that would ever come out and the way it happened. And I'm just so proud to be a fan, Alex.
Wait, what happened? What are you talking about? I can't remember.
The people that shall not be named and how they stayed silent because
that is true. That is true. Everybody that's like the King of Reeds and the Prince of Reeds and the most famous on YouTube. But I threw down the gauntlet to both those motherfuckers.
And stayed silent. And
not one motherfucking word.
And I'm also proud of you, how you noticed how maybe that one read went a little too far, because you were going in and you were realizing, like, I see a future with this on YouTube, so I'm just going to let you go so you can't cry foul. I mean,
I thought those who were nameless or Amanda Seals and her.
No, we talk about other people. We talk about like, baby. I don't even. You were still in high school when this was going on.
Oh wow, yeah. I would have been a freshman in college
around 2020, so all that is news to me.
I Lord,
you had to be there.
You had to, you really did. You had
Actually,
to be there.
You can find these videos too.
And then also remember when that whole Vegas gate shit happened?
Alex,
and
yes.
I was like, ooh, you know what? I almost said something.
I think you were you mentioned it, but the others.
You know what I will say?
Went in.
Do you know why I never said anything about Vegas Gate, even though apparently money was stolen from me, according to the YouTube streets?
Mm-hmm.
I never said anything because I was the most privileged one there.
Mm-hmm.
I was the one that showed up with brand new luggage and a suitcase full of brand new Ralph Lauren clothes and wasn't really worrying about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if I gave that woman money, then clearly I didn't need it and had it to give. And I at that point in my life, I was like, I was too privileged to go back and forth with anybody.
Yeah. And honestly,
and I'll say this too light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Where if I had said something, I was like, it's going to be, you're attacking a black woman, you're attacking dark skinned people. And I was just like, why? That was never the case. I went with who I thought were my friends to have fun. And then we saw what happened. And I just decided to live one of my favorite lyrics where from the song Remind Me by Roy Scott. A woman holds her tongue, knowing silence will speak for her. And so sometimes when you see me get silent, when you see me get really quiet and don't say nothing about nothing, I'm a woman holding my tongue because I know silence will speak for me.
Exactly.
And we can kind of see in most situations, silence is spoken for me.
So was
Vegas like, oh, now we see why, 6 months down the line, oh, now we see why he did what he did. We just didn't know, but he knew. And rather than him getting online, well, then let me tell you, like, I can just, I'd rather be Grace Kelly to the bullshit.
Yeah, that wasn't really your content. It was like actual personal business too, and honestly, that whole situation was kind of sad on her part, and I could see why you didn't want to go just in because
there's no money in that.
Exactly. And it's like, why waste time? And have you kept up with her or
who?
Well, that
I keep up with Chris. Chris and I are dear friends. We're planning on going to the next BravoCon together.
Oh,
Chris and I are really good. I am so grateful that I met such a wonderful man that has been there for me. And y'all will never know. Y'all will never know how much Chris has been there for me behind the scenes when real shit has happened.
Yeah. And I feel like that's y'all's magic, that you have an actual relationship that we don't have to see. And frankly, I feel like it would be a disservice to you and Chris if you all of a sudden said, oh, remember, like you divulging too much. And it's like, just why?
So was Vegas Gate before or after the pandemic?
Oh, way before.
Before. But Vegas Gate was before Pop Roast.
Oh, damn.
It was 2013?
16.
Right? Oh, okay. Not that far.
Oh, my.
Oh. Or 15. 16, 15.
I think, no. I was
remember when one of the people that was at Vegas Gate was like, he even said, Alex is the richest person here. Alex has access to means on top of means. And it wasn't means on top of means. It was just like, my dad will send me money whenever I ask because I was still in college. Like, he was helping me. And so that I lived a different life than them.
Exactly. And I think that person took advantage of that too. And
nobody took advantage of me. It was very much when you meet me. They met me in person. It was like, oh, you're really like this.
Yeah, I remember
People
those
meet me in
vlogs.
person and cannot take me.
Yeah,
They took advantage.
I do remember.
No, you can't take advantage. You can't take advantage of my father's money. Like that's the first rule.
No, Alex, I remember those vlogs, and I could tell it wasn't tension, but I could tell like a certain vibe was there, especially towards you. I can't say too much, but
no, you can speak freely. They were not like it was. I am very much Whitley.
Mm-hmm.
I am very much Whitley. I am very much like even my father says like you dominated space.
Mm-hmm.
I was like on my best behavior, but I'm very much Whitley, and there are certain people that just don't like that kind of vibe.
Yeah, like Liam, but the Vegas Gate thing, it was basically like because VidCon was still around thing, but it was like for Black YouTubers, especially for correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. Black YouTubers who do these sorts of reviews and like certain. So
Vegas,
I think
so. What happened was first there was the blackout, which was like the Scorpion Show, Forest Rocks, Bondi Blue. I was asked to participate. I couldn't afford to at the time. I didn't have that. Like my dad was like, "I'm paying for you to go to real estate school. We're doing that. Like that's where like you have a budget. That's where my budget is going."
Sorry for the tangent. Did I just accidentally call your father Big Papa when you said someone was paying for it? I apologize. I was not following that.
I corrected it.
You did. Moved on. Thank you. Oh my God.
It and we moved on.
Okay. But sorry for interrupting.
But yeah, it was the blackout first, and then certain YouTubers said, "Oh, we should all rent a house and go out to Vegas." And we did it 2 years in a row. And then he did it with another. Like there were like it was cute. It was cute, and we had events. It was fun. We had nice houses. That's when I fell in love with Vegas, and that's why like me and Maddie Rance were out there during the pandemic. Because and again, my father's money. When the pandemic hit New York,
he said
you can't like when I rented my place in the Hamptons, and then when my vet died, he said you're never going back. Yeah, I mean I called him crying, and he was just like, "You're never going back. I'm in Portugal. I can't get to America. I can't bring you here. You're never going back to New York." And I'm like, "But I have all my stuff in my apartment." He's like, "I don't care." And when my father says, "I don't care," it's more, I don't care. I said, "You're never going back. You're never going back. I can buy everything in your apartment again. I cannot buy another you."
Oh, Alec, I'm about to cry. That is so sweet and beautiful that you have that. Because yeah, New York was going through it for COVID, and I was so scared.
Yeah, I saw just how bad it was through COVID in New York because I saw on the news like it was ridiculous numbers daily. So like,
yeah,
I am. So he just said, I cannot worry about you. And he sent me out west.
Yeah,
but I understand the enormous level of privilege that is.
Yeah.
The enormous level of privilege that my father, who was retired, had enough extra cash on hand to fund me moving across the country and say, "I'll just buy all your shit again. I don't care. How much is it? 4, 5, 10,000? It doesn't matter."
Yeah.
And then I was lucky enough where I had a business that I could say, well, I don't have to stay in New York. I don't have to stay anywhere. I can go wherever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And Chris's checks don't change. So I understand how privileged I am. or was.
You were talking about Vegas Gate a little bit.
Well, that's the thing with Vegas Gate. It was. I felt that people were upset with me because, like,
they were mad at how privileged you were.
Thank you for saying it, because I couldn't say it.
Mm-hmm.
It was they saw that I didn't have a care in the world. And now I'll say this: James Caldwell was never jealous. James Caldwell was supportive. James Caldwell also has his own life and has his own shit going on and was never unhappy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing, I'm someone who lives the complete opposite to how you used to live or still currently live, or somewhere in between, because I don't have a job. I live with my family. Mm-hmm. I have been stepped over for many things in my life simply for being autistic. And in the UK, where it is extremely classist, I am looked upon as entirely inferior because of I am
a lowborn.
I said 20 at home. No, it's called underclass in the UK, which is those who are disabled or ill.
Mm.
And the discrimination you face is beyond. The working class don't get that much hate. And a lot of people in the working class, they say that they're either dumb or they're on drugs.
I would say if I was a UK citizen, I would be an aristocrat or an aristocrat adjacent because of the relationships that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I would say for you to not come here.
No, I was saying like if I like.
Hypothetically, yes, you would be.
But no, like what I was saying is like if you took my situation from America and put me like in the same situation in the UK,
okay. I would see it definitely.
Like that's what it like.
Yes, you would be upper class,
and I understand like the strong. Like here, it's much more socioeconomic, the class gyrations. Over there, it's much more. I feel like it's how you're born, but you can marry up. But there, it's very much you have to marry up.
But it's the thing, like if there are so many barriers for you to try and marry up.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very difficult. For someone like me, like it'll be a very, very, very slim chance I could do that.
Like, look at Meghan Markle. Like, even her as technically a celebrity.
Meghan Markle did it wrong.
Yes.
But I'm sorry. If I had married Harry's ass, hold on. I got to turn the light on this one. If I had married his ass, the stunts because here's the thing. I'm used to not giving a fuck. Now, Meghan Markle, she has been unconsciously passing all her life.
Let's talk about it.
She realized she was a full-blown when she married into that family. I already know. So I would have been more than happy to piss the crown off. baby, please.
Like they treated that white baby of theirs, and I'm going to say it, like that is like,
honey, I would have that baby in all the Jamaican pride outfits. Do you understand that? Do you know, like,
they treated that white baby like.
Do you know what I would do with my royal money? I would have them dredge up the slave ships and make them a museum. Baby, you wouldn't want me. And honey, I'm not leaving that royal title. I am going to be HRH till the day I die.
That's what I said.
Royal Highness. Because I'm going to outlive Harry and all of his children to get that motherfucking crown. I will be the king of the continent that tried to enslave my people. And I will bring every motherfucker home. So help me God.
All them diamonds, all that gold, silver.
The first thing I would do is kick the Star of Africa out of the scepter of Britain and bring it on home to Zimbabwe.
That is insane.
Let's start there.
And also return the.
Let me put this tiara on then give it back to you. Let me put the series on and then give it back to you. Oh, I'm sorry, these are Burmese rubies. Well, let's give them back to Burma.
Also, there's the Rani Kohinoor Dam, which belongs to India as well. Let's give that back to it.
Like, isn't there a sapphire that's on a crown?
Yes. I think that's Nepal.
We're going to talk about it.
I mean, that's where I said, Megan, that wasn't a smart move.
However, all of Diana's jewelry I would keep.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. There are two reasons why. There were two reasons why Harry was able to marry Meghan. One is because of Diana's passing. The other is that William and Kate had enough children, which pushed Harry out of the most direct line of succession.
Yeah,
where he's no real direct link to the crown. Because if Charles were to pass and William were to pass, and God forbid George were to pass, there is still Charlotte and Louis in place before him.
And also Diana, let's talk about Diana. Like, Diana knew this shit was going to happen. We got to give Diana her psychic credit. And this is because Black people have adopted Princess Diana. She's one of us. She's one of us. Diana left every penny she had to Harry. She left the rights to her book, her intellectual property, and her insane jewelry collection. She left 40 million American dollars, about 45 million pounds, to Harry, like of her personal wealth, of her like not her crown shit, because she didn't have any, but her personal wealth. Everything went to Harry. Nothing went to William, because she knew he was going to marry a Black woman and leave. She knew.
She knew that Harry was not going to be able to deal with the pressure, and that's why she did it.
Yeah, like she knew how the
I could have dealt with the pressure. I wish I had married his ass, because I could have. I'm like, no, we going to these. I'm sorry, you're the prince of this country. They're going to bend to your will, because I am the princess consort. I am the Duchess of Wales. God damn it.
The Duchess of Sussex.
What would my title have been if I married him? I would have been the Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah. I mean,
I love how he said, yeah. I know my knows the bitch. Even though I'm not from your country, I know exactly if I married, what my title would have been. And I would not have been the Duchess of Wales. I would have been the Duke of Edinburgh. And it is insane that I know that.
He would have been the Duke of Sussex. not the Prince of Wales.
No, because if we were gay, it wouldn't have been Sussex.
You know they would do that, Liam.
You know it would not have been Sussex. It would have been Edinburgh. It would have been somewhere up in Scotland. They would not have given us
some little.
But I would be the Duke of Sussex.
The Marquis of Glasgow or something.
Oh no. Oh, hold on. I could have been the Count of Cheshire.
There already is one.
Yeah.
There could be another one. Or would I be well, no, if I marry in, would I be a Viscount or a Count Consort? Like Camilla is the Queen.
It depends the seniority of the person in the royal family you're marrying into. So if you married Harry, you would get multiple titles. If you're marrying someone further down the line, so say if you married some sort of Marquis or Viscount, you probably would just inherit a Lord title or a Baron title.
Like, is there gay royal line people for that to happen, or is it is there people who are gay in the royal line or in the family to do that, or is it just like guests?
There's only been. Here's the thing: the British royal family, when it's come to homosexuality, because the monarch is the head of the Church of England.
Okay.
So it's a very deeply Christian-oriented family because, like I said, the monarch is the head of the faith.
Yeah, I get that, but like.
So here's the thing: when all the drama between LGBT persons and the church, especially the Church of England, you have it infer from that how those who are LGBT are largely closeted in the royal family.
Gotcha. Okay.
And in the past, I would say in the past 10 years, I think only 2 or 3 have come out, and all of them were over 50.
And did they still keep their title though? Because I want Alex to, marry.
Oh yeah, they still kept it. It's like that.
I will.
That's why I'm asking, damn it.
So help me. And here, and hold on, please. England ain't the only ones that got royals.
Yeah.
I've also looked into France with the Dexys family. They got a couple of counts that are around my age that I could marry into. The Netherlands are also very progressive. They've got some counts and some princes that I could also see. I could definitely see myself being a Wallace Simpson.
You would probably find
No, I want Liam's opinion on this. Could I be a Wallace or a Grace? A Wallace Simpson or a Grace Kelly, where they're like, you know what?
Grace Kelly.
You see me as Grace Kelly?
Because it'd be far easier for you to do it in like a European country that is not England. Far easier.
Yeah, you guys. I'm sorry, y'all are weird.
I could really see it, like Estonia.
Progressive, but
like I could definitely see myself becoming like a Viscount of Estonia. Like
no, Estonia. No, there's 2 countries: the Netherlands or Denmark.
Okay, I like them.
Okay, I can see Denmark.
I could see myself with men from both of those countries.
Yeah,
where they would get a kick out of like, oh my God, this guy is so different from me. He's this funny Black American who's got his own money. He's got his own fan base, and I could see them like being like, oh my God, yes, you.
Like, and they are very like. So I was, my mother was in the shape base in NATO in Belgium. So I had to interact with all the, NATO countries and their kids. And yeah, the Netherlands and people from Finland, especially, they have they're the white men that you're looking for, Alex. Let's just say that. Subservient. May I? Can I? Hat in hand. All of that. Well, not hat in hand. I won't lie like that. Like, they're very whimsical, basically. But actually, Liam, are you okay? Like, with all this stuff happening in the UK, like, you're being safe, right?
Well, because there was protests yesterday, and like.
Because you said you live near a Muslim area, and
I live in the county of the West Midlands, where it's a very large Muslim incorporated county. There's a lot of diaspora of the Muslim faith in the country, and the Midlands being a low income area, it's more prevalent there.
Okay, just want to ask.
Look at the joy in his face at Grace Kelly. I could definitely see it.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Denmark, the Netherlands.
But you heard me saying about, hat in hand, may I, can I.
I wasn't going to say subservient, just know how to ask. Know how to ask for what you want.
Yeah.
Well, I can also throw in Luxembourg as well, even though it's not a kingdom, it is a grand duchy, but it's
how does the money look?
Luxembourg.
Lux. Oh, yes. Honey, it's Lux is in the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luxembourg? Oh.
Lux is in the title. It sounds like a private plane.
It's quite literally the bank capital of Europe, right? Right, Liam?
No, that's Switzerland.
Switzerland, my bad.
Yeah. But I think
it might be the second.
Let's know our money. Know our money. Now, Luxembourg does definitely have a strong hold in the baking industry, but
yes, Luxembourg per square kilometer, it's the richest country in the world.
No, that's Monaco.
No, it's Luxembourg.
Monaco.
Let's ask Google. I trust both of you, okay? So I want to break the tie.
That's the strongest currency. The Swiss francs are always loaded.
What was the claim? Strongest.
Oh no, he's right. Luxembourg. That's right, because Monaco is a principality.
Mm-hmm.
Monaco is not a country; it's a principality.
And Monaco is technically owned by France.
Yes,
as
so
Andorra.
it's a principality. It's a principality. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Look at Leo.
All right.
Oh,
That's why I was like, hold on now. I might be wrong.
yeah.
So would you go? How far east would you go in a Europe excursion?
Me?
No. Oh, okay, both of you.
Well, because given how fucked Europe is at the moment, given the war in Ukraine, there's a lot of there's a lot of checks and balances you have to go. But because of how some countries that the east are going to become less and less tolerant, I would say anything that is west of Bulgaria is going to be okay. The further east you go from Bulgaria, you're going to run into issues.
Yeah, like Germany is out as far east I'll go, and even Berlin.
Now, here's the thing. I'll go further north. Like, I'll do Norway, Finland, Switzerland. Like, I'll go up there where ain't nobody fighting.
Sweden, not Switzerland, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Switzerland's more center.
Yeah.
I get them confused, too.
Yeah, and Switzerland is hosting Eurovision next year, and, like, that's actually becoming more and more, like, conservative. It's only the major cities that are, like, becoming more liberal.
We shall see.
Yes, Princess Angela of Liechtenstein.
Hey.
That's who this like. Let's see. Hold on. Let me do a screen share because I'm gonna show you my goal. I'm gonna show you my goal.
I forgot
they had a charts.
Yes. I want it Liechtenstein. I want to move over. I want to be on my dynasty.
Oh. See that hairline? You know.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, she said.
Oh, hell yeah.
Look at God.
Hell yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
A slightly younger Michael Darby.
Don't. Liam.
He ain't nobody's Michael Darby.
No, just appearances.
And quiet as it's
Not
kept, in
even.
this economy, Michael Darby could knock on my door right the fuck now.
I mean, it's
in this economy, baby, you don't know American inflation. In this economy, I want him to come and knock on my door. I've been waiting for you.
I mean, do you think he's still on his light skin era, like with Ashley Darby? Do you think he'll go darker or smaller head?
Well, he hasn't met me. Wait, did you say smaller head?
No, not for you, but like for Ashley. For Ashley.
Smaller head. No, you said it. I'll rather take that.
No.
You said smaller head.
Oh my goodness. You have a nice shapely head, Alex.
Smaller head. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. But he seemed to be like that's what he was going for. So I don't think Michael.
Girl, I look at her. Look at her.
Oh.
She said, I'm going to do Meghan Markle's wedding right.
Yes. Oh my goodness, she did. Because
on today's episode of This Is What I Want.
Oh, this is such a nice.
Yeah, it does. Like comparatively, Angela looks like how Hollywood would do a version of Meghan's wedding to Harry. It's done in a way where it looks that perfect.
Now, I'm sorry. Like, my wedding dress would be a lot more revealing.
Oh,
backless or more shown at the chest?
Yeah, someone said
more
for us
both.
Okay.
Yeah, someone said for us to look up Prince Alphonse of Liechtenstein.
Alphonse of Liechtenstein. Okay. Would you go African royalty? Yeah, I know. When it left my lips, I knew the answer.
I'm so mad I didn't have the camera off. I clicked right back on the screen. I was like, your camera's on.
Alex, if I'm too much, just kick me off because
fix your face. No, they don't like gays in Africa. So no.
I mean, bring him here.
Homophobia. If they liked black gays in Africa, do you not think we would all be there?
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am. I had to turn the light on. Ma'am. If homophobia in Africa wasn't an issue, and I can say in the continent, I'm speaking of Africa as a continent, because each and every country has their own homophobic laws.
Oh, God.
The whole world has to jump on their ass. I've had to bring up Uganda and their anti-gay laws. So no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be welcome there. And that's the difference. And that's the tough thing with black and gay. As a gay black man, I can literally fantasize about marrying the Prince of Liechtenstein, and no, it could possibly happen. Way more than I could marry the Prince of Chad, Zimbabwe, or the Congo.
Oh, God.
And that's these are the facts that I have to do. I know if he met me, he'd be like, oh yeah, sweet.
And I was like, it's like I have some ancestral guilt when it comes
Liam, that was for Alex. I'm sorry.
I do have that sort of ancestral guilt because the British Empire imposed all their laws on these countries, and that's why so many of them are anti-gay.
So I did research on that you definitely made it worse, but there were previous centuries of tribes.
I know, but in many of these countries, there was not a law criminalizing homosexuality.
Yes, but society
was only brought into place because of the British and the Christianity they brought to those countries.
Yes, that is true. I'm just saying that mentality, just the thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his thing in the Pacific Islands. Alex
said he got that good, and I do.
Yes, put that leg up.
Here, you see the leg go up without any hesitation, stress, or friction. You see the leg goes up because the leg is always stretched and thorough and ready to go.
Did you do gymnastics as a kid?
Or no, I just know how to be flexible as an adult.
Gotcha. Okay. Because, Maddie, had but training in gymnastics and all that. So I just want to ask you as well.
Maddie and I are dear friends. Maddie and I lived together during the pandemic. I know.
Yeah. I was just asking, just curious as well. Sorry.
Oh, but no, I'm too tall to do gymnastics.
Yeah.
Because you're 6.
And that wasn't a read on him.
No.
Yeah. I just got too tall. I grew too quickly where my head would have been hitting the horse. It wouldn't have been pretty for anyone.
Yeah, I'm seeing the Olympics. They're not tiny. Well, I mean, Simone Biles, the GOAT. She is.
Oh, you've never met Maddie in real life. Maddie is he's not tiny, but compared to me and Chris, he's tiny.
Yeah, because you're 6'4", aren't you, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 6'2", so even though I also be too tall.
Maddie is 5. Well, he's 5 something.
I think he's 5'11".
But when he stands on his personality, he's head and shoulders above the rest. That's when he can look me and Chris in the eye when he stands on his personality. But he has a gymnast build, and that as a compliment. I mean that as a compliment. He has a gymnast build. But I could see him being more it's just there's too much of me to go flying around like that.
How tall did you say you were, Biomist?
Say again?
What?
How tall did you say you were, Biomist?
5'8". I'm tiny. Well, not tiny.
Oh, so you're tiny too.
Yeah.
But that's not small, because tiny to me is like 5 foot on the nose.
Yeah, I'm not Georges from Drag Race.
Nah, like there are certain people who think like anything below like 5'9" is short. Like I think that's completely.
I mean, in America, especially for I'm going to say gay men, they find my height.
Oh my god,
to be
that
a
is
weird plus,
so
but negative as well.
Well, here's the thing: you are right in between. Either they want a pocket gay, and then also it's. Let's just go on and talk about it. Let's go on and say it. It's about penis size versus height. And people look at your height and they judge your penis size off of that. And so men are visual. And we want men with big dicks. Even if we're tops, we want men with big dicks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like it's to say like how like people would say how big your feet are, because of that will also
absolutely.
Yeah, basically.
They can't, like as a tall man, and you as a tall man, you've gone through like, okay, people look at your hands, they look at your feet, they look at you as a tall man, they're like, oh well, you must have a big dick. And I used to do that until I met a tall man with a small penis, and it broke my heart for him. I will never forget the two first men. I met a black man with a small penis, and I met a tall man with a small penis.
Yeah.
And my heart broke because I was like, everybody is expecting so much of you, and this is what you have to offer. And it doesn't mean that you're less of a person, but they're going to be like,
the illusion is shattered.
Yeah.
And I just
fortunately, that's a problem I've never had an issue with.
I just find it
and being tall and having a big dick is difficult because your shit has to go down to your fucking kneecap, and then throw black on top of it. People want a thigh, and it's like, no,
I don't understand that lifestyle. I'm sorry.
It's just stereotyping on a stereotype.
Yes.
And also, now Corey said all tall men are not blessed. No, they're not. And then two, like I am very happy with what I have. I'm very one. It works. It works when I need it to. It works. It's never not worked for me, so I'm very grateful for that.
Yep.
Always tried to eat healthy, be healthy, so that it stays working. But I've seen some men where it don't work, and then that's depressing. And it only gets depressing if they don't know how to please you. Otherwise, it's like, okay, if your dick don't work, but your mouth do, your tongue keep talking.
Fingers, just hands in general, mouth.
Put some. Here's the thing. I just want to see you put some effort in.
Exactly.
Put some effort in.
I mean,
if you can't do this, then do that.
I mean, effort will always be appreciated.
Thank you.
I want to feel a connection.
And that's the thing. Men need to learn it's effort.
Yeah. And
but no, not all tall men are blessed. No, they're not. But I will also say, like, some men, like the size queens, it's like, where are you going to put all of that?
Exactly.
I feel like I'm on the cusp of too big. I'm just big enough where it can go where it needs to go. Because remember, it's a penis where there are nerve endings at certain places where I've dated guys with dicks that are so big where it's like, all I can really do is applaud. Like I remember one specifically, and I really liked him, but child, before I put my key in the door, he asked me, can I put it in your butt? And I was like, let's get in the house first. And I'm glad I didn't agree, because I was like, oh, honey, that's a roto-rootin'. That is a roto-rootin'.
Oh, man.
I would have to wear Depends for the rest of my life.
He's not lying, because
Depends, honey. I did, there was him, and there was one man I dated. His first name is Nick. I will not tell you his last name, but I remember it. And he was one of the sweetest men I ever dated. He was a good man. He came from a good, loving family. He was roommates with his sister. We would all hang out. Like, his family loved me. Like I honestly look back and I'm like, you might have wanted to stay with that one, but it didn't. I needed to be me, and it didn't work out. And we ended it beautifully as adults. And like, if I ever saw him, I would run up and give him the biggest hug. And he also set a standard. Like, he treated me very well. He gave me one of the best Valentine's Day ever. He gave me 2 dozen roses, a brand new Lacoste messenger bag, and a very, very expensive pair of Armani Emporio sunglasses.
Oh, man.
He spent a good $1,500.
You lucky bitch.
No, I just have standards. I don't fuck around with men that don't spend money. If you don't spend money on me, get the fuck out of my life. And I'm going to say that with the light and the camera on. Hold on. I will never, ever, ever, as long as God gives me breath, waste my hot carbon dioxide, time, resources, or attention on a man, white, yellow, black, green, brown, or plaid
Brown.
that don't spend hot money on me. And when I say hot money, if you aren't buying me a house outright in my name, get the fuck away from me. I don't have time for you. I will never have time for you. Hold on, let me open up the chat for anybody else who wants to shimmy on him.
Yeah.
I will say, now, I ain't gonna tell y'all all my business, but Miss Alex has lived and lived thoroughly and lived richly. I don't fuck with men that don't spend money on me. I don't fuck with men that don't spend money on me. Don't fuck with men that don't spend money on you. When men speak, they say it with their wallet. And I'm gonna speak out of turn a little bit. I'm gonna speak out of turn. Look at me and Chris. I say it with my wallet. We started this show, I said 50%. And have paid him on time as long as companies have allowed me. Sadly, I've had some hiccups recently, and I have to sue people. But unless I have to sue people, I pay your ass on time.
Exactly.
And even though there's still a financial hiccup going on, I made
You're the first one.
His financial needs were taken care of before mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, because remember back a year or so ago, we were talking about having our own show together, me and you, Alex.
We were.
Yeah, and it's like, if we were ever to like revisit that or to do that, it would probably be on your channel, or I'll have to make some channel, because I'm not well versed in the YouTube game. So you probably take a larger cut, because I think that would be fair, because it's
I didn't take a larger. Again, you see, you didn't hear what I said. I need to listen when I speak.
Alec, you sound like
this is what gets me frustrated, when people don't listen to me when I speak.
I listened. I just
no, but you didn't, because you clearly. Well, hold on. Maybe you need some reading comprehension or some listening comprehension classes. I said I give Chris 50%. There is no larger cut. I don't do business with someone taking a larger cut. I do it 50-50. Are we clear?
Okay.
Are we crystal clear?
Yeah, it is crystal.
Because I was like, I don't think you heard what I said when I said 50%. 50%. Does 50% mean 50%?
Yeah,
49, 51.
It means 50%. It means half for you,
from my perspective. If I was
that's why our business has survived.
Yeah, and I can respect that. I can understand that. It's just that if we did a show, it was on your platform, and you were doing all the legwork.
Nigga, you're not understanding what the fuck I'm telling you. What the fuck I'm telling you is, I'm not going to take more from you, even though it is, quote unquote, my platform. And yes, it is my platform. Ain't no quote unquote. We all know it fucking is. We all know who the queen bee is. I don't need to throw my dick around. We all know it's bigger. We all know. I don't need to do that. Yo. That's what I'm telling you. So you will get what you're earned and what you're owed. I'm not going to take a larger percentage. I don't do business with people where I feel the need to take a larger percentage from, because when you do that, you end up with shows that are off the air. Ask
TGIF.
Well,
you said
first thing that came to mind.
I didn't say shit. I'm sorry. Roll the tape back. What did I say? I said ask and ended my sentence. You filled in the blank. Yeah. I didn't say shit.
Because you know them contracts weren't even.
I don't know anything because I haven't seen anything, nor did I say anything. Are you putting
allegedly?
Thank you.
Also, that was just the Englishman and me be trying to be polite because it makes sense.
Well, here's an American telling you to.
Ishmael said, "You could throw it though, but it's not necessary because a king never has to remind anyone who has the crown."
And I think it's just
never have, never will.
When it is two people 50-50, so there's no stupid fights based on money.
And that just makes sense. It's just like,
and also the people that you work with feel valued.
Exactly.
And they know that this isn't just about me. This is like Pop Roast is me and Chris together. You know why it's me and Chris together and it's lasted this long? Partially 50%. Because I'm like, hey, this is your business too. Let's do this together as friends, as equals, I look at Chris as an equal.
You have lovingly bullied him to say
from
us.
Him. Us. Perfect example. When we were at BravoCon and I was running my questions by him and he was like, no, that's too much. Rephrase it to this. And then I'm like, okay, no, that's too little. Let me rephrase it to that. And he's like, okay, you can do that.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's friends looking out for friends. But if I hadn't, then would he?
Yeah, I don't think Pop Roast would have lasted this long. True.
I think if I had been a shitty business person, no, it wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I think you always have to encourage your friends.
And also from that
point,
point,
encouraged me. Because Lord knows some of the shit that I would have asked at BravoCon probably would have gotten us tossed out.
No. Maybe you could make a video.
Like, oh, don't say that. No. And he is the one person that can tell me no. And I'll, okay. All right. What do you want me to say?
Maybe you should do a video about that. Like, don't even say names of who you would ask it to, but just general questions about,
what are the next Ask Alex questions now that y'all got me 2 hours into the 3 hours? Go
3 hours.
3 hours?
What's the next Ask Alex question?
Ooh.
What's the next thing y'all want to know about me? I'm single. Did I grow up rich?
I do remember this time.
That is another question that everybody wants to ask, and nobody's been bold enough to ask. Did I grow up rich? How rich is Alex? How rich are Alex's parents? Where does all this money come from?
I really don't
live
care
a very
myself.
Good and comfortable life. It's all a lie. I make it look good on camera. My parents don't like. My parents will help me when I absolutely need it. They're not bad people, but they don't. I'm 41. I am 41. They ain't sending checks.
It took a pandemic.
Thank you
for your father. Worried about your life.
when it was a pandemic, and when my father was like, you know what? I don't want to worry about your ass. It was his convenience. He did not want to think about it. So he said, I'm going to, he did what he did. Now, here's something that white people do. He did what typical white men do. He threw money at the problem and said, okay, fuck it. He said,
called,
it's just
say,
nothing
are you
that
okay?
$100,000 can't solve. You ain't got to pay taxes on this shit here. Here.
Here,
Ooh, I
dude.
almost really told some tea, but I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm gonna keep that quiet.
Not too much.
Not too far, Alex. Not too far.
Not too far, but I will say this: there is no one like. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say that.
Nah, keep. There's some.
Next question.
My father took care of a lot of people during the pandemic, and he offered to take care of a lot more, and some people didn't take him up on that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I don't want to ask too
What
much.
is my father's sign? I'm not going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like air family business like that. It's not appropriate.
Yeah, let's not ask too much like that. Oh, do you think BravoCon is getting better? I know you did
It'll get better if they bring me and Chris on to host panels. Other than that, it's not.
Mm-hmm. Because you did say that the last one was better than the very first one, where they sold you the Pepto-Bismol drink, and you said at least the food was better, right? Or what?
No, I said the food options were better because we were in Vegas. And the layout was better because they had it all in one venue where you didn't have to go 8 blocks to get to the next thing.
Yeah, you did say that.
Which BravoCon was it where they charged $25 for the food?
That was all of them.
Yeah, they're
trying to, and the food was terrible.
Yeah.
How long have I been smoking, and do I plan on quitting? I do plan on quitting, and I've been smoking longer than you want to know.
I mean, that's the army.
Well,
is Diane really my middle name? Diane is my legal, real middle name.
Really?
On my driver's license, it reads Alexander Diane Rogers.
So is that like a family name, or Diane? Is that just like? Does that mean anything for you or anything?
Yes, it is. Diane is my mother's sister, who passed from breast cancer before I was born.
Oh.
So that is why my middle name is Diane.
Would they named you Diane, first name wise? If
I had a vagina, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I mean, my parents told me my name would have been Nicole.
My mother did tell me the other name she had for me, and I hated it.
Oh,
and I was like, honestly, I was just both. She told me the other 2 names. My mother didn't name me, and thank God.
Yeah.
I heard the name she had for me, and we would have been fighting. We would have been fighting. I would have.
What was it, Deuteronomy or something?
I would have said, "What? I'm not even going to tell you what the names are." That's how angry I am at.
Oh.
Yeah, if I was going to be born with a vagina, I was going to be called Shannon.
Well, you're from over there, so I can get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Shannon, though.
Yeah.
Honey, you're from the UK. You're not known for good names or good food.
Hey, Liam's a good name.
Liam, I said they weren't known for them. I didn't say they didn't have them.
Well, I was at the Liam Neeson, so.
Exactly. Well, Liam Neeson is racist, but.
Really? What do you?
Oh, deadly racist.
Oh, I'm out.
Wait, do I still see Andy Cohen in his same position in 5 years? I don't know. That one I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I do think that
My mom, her a foreshadowing. My mother is a psychic.
Okay. Was she the psychic you were mentioning about, or just psychics?
I'll let you figure that out.
Okay.
Because I remember you telling you saying something. I think it was on a YouTube live or on Instagram live, and there was this story about this red sweater that your mum was wearing, and you had his nightmares about it choking her.
Yep. But that's not the story I'm talking about.
Oh.
But that did happen. You're absolutely right. And she threw that sweater away.
I remember so much of what you said on live streams. I do apologize.
Can I ask this? If it's too much, of course. Do you feel like you have your own psychic abilities from your mother, or?
That's an interesting question.
I think Alex.
You know what I'll say? Here's how I'll answer it. I feel like comedians have a ability to tap into the common consciousness, because what is the one thing people say about comedians? You say the things that everyone is thinking, but we never say. So I'll just, you know what? That's a cute little way to put a cap on that. And, just delve into that as you might, as you will. But think about it. Think about it.
I'll reminisce, or if that's the word to be used.
Yeah, but I'm loving these Alex questions. Yes, ask more.
I feel like I'm getting to really know you now for this one.
A little bit. I'm willing to share.
Because I just think you are more sensitive to certain energies, which, like, again, putting back to the sweater thing I mentioned, is like you are more able to like receive those energies more than most people are.
There are some things that I see and some things that I don't see.
Okay. Yeah, like I said before, I believe in spirits and superstitions and that sort of way. So I am a believer in the sense that some people are more attuned to the different world. I believe your mother is a psychic. That's what I say. I mean, I haven't met her, but I believe, like, her more and you say it, so I believe it because I believe in that.
Hey, Bronx.
And then there's some of us that may commune with our four-legged friends. Like my sweetie Bronx.
I never heard the story.
Now, what I will say is, do I think that Pete sent Bronx to me?
Yes.
Oh, Alex. He was a good dog.
Now that is something that, like, that's a scary belief, where it's like, honey, I believe in that more than I believe my name is Alexander. And everyone has their own belief system, so I never want to thrust anything I believe on other people. But we all find our own way.
Yeah.
Because found it, and I will say, like this little sweetie found his way to me. And
I never heard that story. How you
take care of him,
guys
love him, and be there for him. And he doesn't even know that he's famous. And like, I will say, one of the best things about being me is I know if I drop dead on this live right now, y'all would crowdfund and make sure that Bronx was okay.
Yeah, we will make sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And not that I don't have a little life insurance policy for him, and
okay, that's good.
Somebody else that would take care. Like, if something happens to me, like, he'll go and live with my father in Portugal and have a beautiful life.
Did your father tell you why he went to Portugal, or is that too much?
I think he retired, didn't he?
He retired.
I wouldn't think of Portugal. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. My father is a white man.
Okay.
What the fuck do you think white men do? They colonize. He took his he took his American money, went over to Portugal where it was worth 5 times as much, built a beautiful house with his husband, and now they're living in peace and harmony.
It was the colonizing for me.
Where the fuck?
I mean, in Spain, Portugal, and
I'm
England,
a large and in charge bitch.
and France.
It takes when was the last time you think somebody told me no? I'll wait.
I'm guessing. 1993. I mean, did you say Chris?
1994 was the last time someone told me no.
I was close. I said 93.
1 year before my birth, Alex. So
2 years before mine.
No, you go to hell.
You are an elder,
right now. Get off this line and you go to hell direct.
We respect and love you.
Gonna get on here and say a year before I was born. You sorry motherfucker.
Oh my goodness!
You think? No, you know I'm joking with you.
I know.
You know this is. You know this is an Alex. Is like just let me preface. Like I want to do the go in, but let me preface where it's like I'm just joking. We're friends. I'm enjoying you being in the chat. Like I don't really go in. But let me tell you something. I'm a year younger than you. You made me spill my goddamn.
No. Okay, I'll apologize for that.
A year younger.
I said 2.
A year younger, motherfucker!
Oh my goodness!
You went very players stuff in that situation.
Can I be ridiculous? But can you, like, I love being able to go to that ridiculous place.
Yes,
I love being like, and that's where I was like, let me preface. I'm going to get that face. I'm going to really get into it, and I love to get into that deep character where it's like, you're doing too much. No, I'm not. This is the stage. I am going to feel every goddamn moment of it, and so are you.
Why don't you just go into voice acting? I mean,
that too. Do it. You have such a distinct, clear, commanding voice, and I'm not trying to fake the fun. I play video games, so I know what I desire of a voice actor. Alex, you just need a script, maybe some coaching, and you can get into it. I really believe, and that is some money. Well, okay, let me take that back. You have to be in You have to be in these AAA and the game for decades. So I kind of lie of omission, basically, of that. And you probably would have been like, Bio, I'm going to find you because you got me in some bullshit and they're paying pennies on the dollar.
But I still remember that I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
I can't do it. You do it so much better.
Yeah.
I mean, don't even attempt. Lord have
if I don't show you how to,
that was a miserable failure.
I'm sorry.
It's almost with the Mary Cosby.
I know somebody out for a miserable failure, but Jesus Christ,
Leo,
it's I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
That's why.
Bravo.
If you're going to do it right and do it well. Thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
Play your role to the hilt.
But yeah, it's like
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
And that's why you should go into voice acting, because you have the voice for it.
But they pay pennies on the dollar.
Do that repeatedly.
Yeah,
that tears your voice up.
Mm-hmm.
You that's not like it's. There are very few people that have that natural tone that can do that without tearing their vocal cords up. You can't do you know why that guy didn't have that much dialogue? The damage that does to your vocal cords.
I'm so
I can't even hit a high note after that. I can't even hit a high note after that.
And that's true, but you have metal singers who are screeching their vocal cords for 30 seconds straight.
And they have to practice. And they have to practice to care for that.
You have metal singers that are giving you the Milli Vanilli treatment.
I mean, you're giving Taylor Swift. She's just screeching through her whole set, and then charging thousands.
Quiet as it's kept. I put out a whole album of original vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Taylor Swift's just manufactured to make sure a white person gets all the accolades.
I mean, I blame the fans. They encouraged
an album of original vocals.
I'm sorry. How has someone like Taylor Swift got album of the year so many times in a row, and Beyonce's got paid just? Renaissance deserved the album of the year.
Dangerously in Love deserved album of the year.
You know, you're gonna make me say the N-word on my channel.
Oh, I forgot these bangs. Oh. Liam, they should tell you something about.
I know, Alex.
Okay, here's a question. Let's ask Alex. When did it really start? Because you always say that she steals, she takes other people's vocals. What was the event horizon?
Beyonce does steal lyrics.
Zero event that made
Beyonce
you go.
does steal lyrics, and she steals songs. I mean, look at Khalees.
You see, there was never an event horizon because I am not an event horizon person.
Mm-hmm.
I am insidious. I am like a virus. I am like a virus. I am like a spider that waits in your shoe. I sit and wait for the small microaggressions, the small disrespects to add up time after time, over and over and over again. And then when I decide I've had enough, that's when I let you know I've had enough with venom, poison, and neurotoxins, just like any decent spider that God created.
Now, Alex, do you think Blue Ivy is going to be like her father or like her mother?
I hope Blue Ivy gets to be herself. I'm not going to speak negatively on a child. We have to start there. Blue Ivy is a child. Hold up, no, stop. We will never speak negatively on a black child on my channel. Blue Ivy is a beautiful young woman, and I hope that she gets to be whatever she wants to be. Mm-hmm. I understand also she has to grow up in the shadow of the biggest woman in the world. That's a lot for somebody. I had to grow up in my own mother's shadow and become Alexander Diane Rogers. I had to outshine her. Do you know what it was to outshine that bitch? Do you know what it was to outshine that bitch? Do you know how much that money how much she makes? And I have to outshine her. I have to be better than her. Do you know how exhausting that is for me? She was the first person to do electronic billing for Medicare and Medicaid in the state of New York. The bitch wrote a patent for medical insurance. I write jokes.
Successful jokes.
Well, at least successfully.
Well, to answer your question, Biomiss, to have Blue Ivy grow up like her mother or her father, why would you wish a child to grow up look like a camel?
First off, Blue Ivy is adorable.
I'm not saying that.
No, I want to hear that too. I want to answer too. Why would you want her to grow up with those facial features? Why would you want?
Well, first of all, she has already.
No. He asked. I'm backing it up. I'm backing it up. Why do you want a little girl to grow up with Jay-Z's features? That's what I want to know.
Okay, I'm going to stand 10 toes on this. Jay-Z is not ugly.
I'd back off that diving board if I were you.
Jay-Z is not ugly.
What? I'm sorry. What did you say?
I always found Jay-Z to be attractive.
All right. So
I said Papoose is more
real conversation.
I can't be someone who can't appreciate a very refined. Okay,
refined. You couldn't even get that word out your.
Yeah, that. But
you can't even get the word out your mouth. Yeah, I appreciate what's going on.
I have ridden a camel through the sands of Egypt. They are sweet and
honey, I was
very nice
too.
creatures.
So did I. Honey, I did the same shit.
Baby,
you talking vet to
nice
vet.
creatures.
You talking vet to vet. You gotta come better than that. You talking vet to vet, baby.
Yes.
You talking vet to vet. I'm sorry, baby.
But
I'm
Alex,
sorry.
they are
I can
nice,
go with you.
sweet creatures.
I can go with you on that one. Okay. What's up? Shut up.
I was like, camels spit and had nostrils bigger than
So
the
do
crazy
alpacas.
face.
Just don't mess with them, and they'll be nice to you. Shoot, a horse will bite you first, then a camel will spit.
So would a camel.
Who has horses?
My
That
my
bite.
grandmother's. Oh no, yeah, you kind of have to.
Horses do bite because there is this footage.
I know horses bite, but I don't have disobedient horses.
Yeah, it's true. You kind of have to mistreat them. Yeah.
Yes.
Like I had a whole ass pit bull for how many years? How many times do you think he bit me?
You never said, but maybe
None.
5. Oh, no.
You know why he never bit me? I never bit him. We had that agreement. I walked in that house. I was like, look, you don't bite me, I won't bite you. And he knew. He was like, okay, all right, I can deal with that. And then he jumped on the bed and he looked at me like, can I be on the bed? And I've never, like, it's something that you have to experience yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I swear to God that when that dog looked at me, he said, can I be on the bed? And I said, yes, baby. This is your house.
Oh my God. Black people and their pets, their children, basically. That was your son.
Oh, animals are better than humans in many ways.
Oh, yes. Shoot, I'll trust.
I mean, humanity can
baby right there.
Awful as Donald Trump. What's the animalistic
right there? Oh. But back to Jay-Z, because to both
my
of you,
dog looks better than Jay-Z.
Yes.
Oh, 1,000%.
But back to you, both of you. I never said anything negative of Jay-Z looking like that. And what I was saying by her growing up, I was saying more of a mindset, because Jay-Z kind of acts a fool at times.
Well,
And
he is the fool.
Yeah. And Beyonce is dramatic too. But in a good way, like a diva.
Beyonce is theatrical, not dramatic.
Yes. So that's why I want her to inspire me.
People think she has a personality.
She does have a personality, Alex. Okay.
Well, she has a personality, but then again, none of the drag queens on Drag Race can do.
Okay, who has more personality, me or Beyonce?
You.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Kelly Rowland has more personality than her.
Yes, I believe that. No, like Beyonce is a very, not dry, but like a very almost demure, almost. Like, can I say that? No.
Okay, I gotta end the live. It's been real. It's been fun. But
I said the wrong word. I'm sorry, y'all.
Demure.
Beyonce. Did I say wrong? No.
She's a good clothes horse, but she ain't demure.
This is okay.
That would require her to have style or
okay, Alex.
An original thought in her head. And here's where I will always be better than Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
I have original thought.
And original songs.
So, question, Alex. Alex, and Leo.
10 points to the white man.
Alex, I have a question.
10 points to the white man.
I'm asking Alex.
10 points to the white man. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm saying it on my own live.
Oh my
10
goodness
points
gracious.
to the white man. And your own
It's the
original
reverse.
song.
It's the reverse.
Sir, you have come out with an album of original music. What? Excuse me? Am I hearing some back talk?
No. I didn't know this was
the Neptunes are waiting on line 1.
Am I hearing some back talk?
So when we are talking original, can we not say when people like a gumbo almost, a smorgasbord.
From the streets of New York all the way out to Vegas.
When you bring a potluck, if you will.
You too famous. Because that's not me. That's not my original. That's not my original melody. That's not my original. That's not me.
I'm talking
the
about
allegedly show ain't me. Now I will say cocaine I did take from Betty Wright, and I've always said that loudly and in public. But I'm very confused as to what is.
I'm not comparing you to her, Alex. I'm just saying
to who?
To you
and Beyonce and her song stealing.
I'm just saying when she comes together with these other producers, she brings
when Beyonce
her voice.
Steals songs from other. Okay, so we're not talking about me.
No, never. No. Okay. Being serious, no, I was not talking about you.
Because I thought we were talking. I thought you thought I had snatched something.
No,
I'm not. My name isn't Phaedra Parks. I don't steal. Read.
He steals identities, not just songs. So
you don't fleece people, unlike Jen Shah.
I'm still surprised the IRS and the FBI are not on her again. But back to Beyonce, she just takes some people's work through legal means, but not through asking the actual person who, even just in our own minds, owns it, quote unquote. Like how Kalani.
Police and the Neptunes, line 1.
Oh, my MOS, I was a 71 Delta, then turned 27 Delta paralegal specialist.
In fact, one of the people I was messing with, he wanted to reclass into 27 Delta. So
I could have gone military intelligence, and I'm so glad I didn't.
I think that would have been worse.
Because I would have gotten stop loss. Like, I got to get out.
Yeah, like that. I had to work with military intelligence when I was deployed. They, of course, couldn't tell me much, but I could tell when we're done with the mission. And I was like, yeah, I'm glad I'm not that. Yeah. Man. But glad you're here with us, Alex, and me as well with you. Because, yeah. But back to Beyonce and me defending her since Chris is not here. Even though he's the diamond encrusted beehive, I am a silver, if you will. I feel like Beyonce brings music that includes everyone to make great art. And I'll just leave it at that.
If you want to make great art,
it's so interesting that you think that you think.
Also, Biomis, if you think that she creates great art that people can enjoy, where are the Renaissance visuals?
So here's the thing, Liam. You think you're asking that question first when we've been asking her and that lady since we're in August of 2024. When the frick we've given up on that.
Beyonce isn't going to come out with the visuals because she doesn't think that you are worth visuals.
In my opinion, it's going to come out because I feel like there's another freaking album. Like,
why don't we worry about when am I going to come out with my visuals for my album? Why don't we focus on somebody that's actually going to try to give the audience what they want
within this lifetime too?
There you go. Like, I came out with my album before Rihanna.
Now that is a lady that I wish ill will because of that.
But let's focus. What visuals do you want to see from me? Where do you want to see me singing the allegedly themed show song?
How about you might do remixes almost like different genres, like maybe a rock version of allegedly, maybe country, house, jazz.
Look, I'm sticking with bossa nova because that's what y'all gonna buy. Y'all ain't like I am not Beyonce. Y'all ain't.
You're muted, Alex.
Y'all ain't buying all that damn versions of this shit.
Actually, question, because no offense, it happens kind of a bit. What do you hit to make you go mute? I know he's sick of me. I know it. But it's all love, Alex. You're my
Okay, so what do I hit to make me go mute? So I have this. Hold on. My friend calls this my dildo microphone. It's a Yeti microphone. It's very good. But what I accidentally will hit is this button.
Oh.
And now you can't. And now I'm Janet. Ooh,
that's too loud, Janet.
Now.
You do realize that is Janet on 100 times volume.
Come back to me.
Oh my God! Why are you screaming at us, Alex? Why? He shouted, Liam. I'm scared.
Yeah, I want you to come to me.
Now that's Janet.
Now we got Janet. We got the essence and spirit of Janet. Now you're a MSR, Janet. Now your autobiography, Janet.
Oh, I'm about to do a Janet lip sync.
Oh God. Beautiful. Liam, can you feel the tickle of the vocals in your ear?
All I hear is white noise.
Ups.
Oh, we have to end the live because we heard 3 bars of Janet's song.
Like Beetlejuice.
Well, hold on. Let's.
I didn't hear shit.
Give me the music now.
Liam, this brings me times I was flashbanged by a fucking insurgent. It's just a ringing, and not even that.
Again, all I hear is white noise, which really is Janet's vocals anyway.
I mean, when you go on like, was it Spotify or any website, you look up the lyrics, they're pretty good lyrics.
They're good lyrics.
I could hear them.
They're good lyrics, but it's sung in such a high-pitched voice, it makes animals afraid.
I mean, if you got like rodents, infested, that'll be a great way to get them out without killing them.
My cats have panic attacks on listening to Janet.
And look, Alex giving full performance. Which song is he singing?
I'm not the best lip reader, but I'm going to say May for now.
But you know who I could never get into? Madonna.
Well, she can't sing, so no wonder you can get into Madonna.
Yeah, I felt like she was more of a...
Madonna is what you would call a studio artist, where she sounds great on a pre-recording, but live is a struggle. Gaga is someone who is like, she's great on a studio album, but she's also great live. But she also brings history. Gaga has succeeded Madonna in every way, shape, and form.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they have a feud?
No. Gaga was pissed at Madonna because she didn't have the balls to come and say why she didn't like it to her face.
Oh.
Madonna was too chicken shit to say how she truly feels.
Nina Paul got it. Nina Paul got it.
What was it?
Paul got it. Come back to me from Janet Jackson.
Come back to me. Okay.
Oh my God, I'm so glad she got it.
Alex, your microphone's a bit dodgy.